everybody, and welcome to NDND. Dagon, we are so excited to have you here and continue our story and our adventure. Right now, I'm just going to go around. We're going to do quick introductions, as we often do. I am Lynne D'Angelo, your dungeon master. I am Tuscarora Hondonoshone, and I'll throw it to Siena.
Hi, I'm Siena, Choctaw Nation, Oklahoma. I play P. Good to see you guys this week. Am I throwing it too?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you have to. Now I said yes and.
Throw a Daisy.
Hey, I'm Azie. I'm Pamunky, and I play Eucalyptus. It's nice to be back with all my friends. And I'll throw it to Joey.
Hey everybody, my name is Joey Clift. I'm a real member of the Cowlitz Indian tribe, and this is a fun hangout. I hope that everybody's having fun watching because we're having a lot of fun playing. And I'll next throw it to Lucas. Lucas is this way for me.
Oh, hi, I'm Lucas Brown Eyes. I'm Oglala Lakota, and I play Chante. And I'm going to throw it to Benny.
Hey, thank you. Howdy, my name is Benny Wayne Sully. I am Shichangu Lakota. I'm an enrolled member of the Rosebud Sioux tribe, and I'm hyped. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so y'all know where we picked up last, so I'm going to just do a quick recap. The team here, which seemed to be somewhere in the bottom of the barrel in terms of them as characters and as a team, decided to leave very quietly Tasha and Annie's place after Eucalyptus had a close encounter with almost being roped into the family there, them desperately wishing she could say to continue to energize and excite and bring joy to all those around her, being, that the elf that she is. It's her presence just alone just makes them want to keep her, but thankfully the team here very quietly tiptoed outside of the home, and you guys decided to make your way over to history, aka Chili Bones, to get some information, just reconnaissance, maybe figure out what to do with the day. You didn't know if you wanted to go hit the shore and try to get a boat right away, but you decided to go there. And then on the way, as you were discussing that, some sort of unseen enemy, some sort of unseen entity, though oddly enough, Chante kind of got a hint and kind of could understand where it was as much as he was recovering from the shrooms the night before. You guys then fought this creature that you could not see to the best of your ability, eventually somehow vanquishing it. Then that led to some interesting running around, some people holding on to this object, this eye that seems to be kind of moving and have a little bit more action than it did when you were first bringing it into town. Not wanting to pry it from him, you guys eventually snatched it from Chante. Decided, okay, we got to take this to history. We got to try to get some more information about this and information about Sharon, and maybe more information about just what's going on in general, including that scry that had been promised to you. So you went over to Chili Bones, shot the shit, found out that maybe he considers you friends, at least to some extent, but then you're still skeptical of him. And as you guys were all kind of discovering this, you found some information about this sort of map that has repeated a couple times now in your journey. You found out about these islands that have been long forgotten. They have names and they have some sort of connection to Jovial. But you did get a hint about 2 or 3 of them, and found a lot of information, particularly about the island of Press. And something that Jarfield just right away, his eyes perked up and his ears kind of went on edge and his hair stood up on his back. And he definitely seemed intrigued by that. But after you kind of got as much information as you could there, as well as much information you could about this eye and the fact that it has some other person on the other line, there's a connection to this artifact and where you currently are. There's some sort of deeper scry attached to it, some sort of protection spell. It's a complicated artifact, and definitely Chili Bones was interested in it and curious about understanding more and trying to get to the bottom of it. But very quickly, as all of that had been relayed, you decided to have him scry, and he quickly said one word after he came back out of his sort of milky, white-eyed creepiness. And the word was just, run. So, right now, you guys are all in that chapel. He comes back after that milky, glossy vision of his swoops back up. The red eyes pierce all at you. His jaw unhinges, and you hear that rumbling run. But right after the rumbling run, you suddenly feel, and you look around you, and the whole chapel kind of shakes. You see from above some rocks that maybe had been long loose fall from the ceiling, from the thatched roofs. You can see that the ground itself is shaking, almost as if it was a mini earthquake. Then suddenly you hear it again. As everything shakes once more, the pews kind of clinking up against one another, the altar even shaking. You can see like a little bit of a crack on one of the edges of this stone temple start to become larger and larger. This is an old chapel, and the shaking right now is causing something, and he just looks to you all. What do you guys do?
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
we got two options. We either run for that seaside town, or we run and hide in Chili Bones' crypt. Chili Bones, will you protect us?
No, we
Seaside
got
town. Let's go. Let's go.
Seaside
Only
town.
option is let's go.
I'm going to use
get trapped in
disguise self for the first time to go into my alter ego, Zuya. Nobody's ever seen this, but
Can you describe what happens very quickly with Ikto? Can you describe
yeah, so I grow like 3 inches taller. I stand up straighter. I look different, and there's I don a mask that is cool. And you know what? I'm sure that we're gonna get some great character art about it. So we'll leave it up to them to decide.
And has
This Ikto's way hotter.
Okay, so if Ikto's gonna do that, I'm going to I don't have disguised character, so I'm just gonna arch my back a little bit and make myself a little bigger, like a cat does when they're scared. So it's Jarfield, but he's like, I'm big. Don't attack me. I'm bigger now.
I'm
Yeah,
also
puffing
gonna
up my
use
fur.
minor illusion, I guess. And I'm going to make a map that looks like we're going. I don't know. Just send someone off our trails. Maybe goes back to the Hags camp or something
Okay.
like that.
As you do that, a little tiny illuminated map glows, but you can see that history's looking at you guys, and he's just panicked, and suddenly you can hear it. You can hear children screaming. You can hear adults panicking. You can hear from the echoes and the shaking of all of this, like cries and tears. People are running around. There's something going on right now in the center of town, and you can feel it and you can hear it.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
enough
leave.
about
Yeah,
that.
I'm just gonna run.
Before we go, how's
time to
everybody
go.
else gonna describe? How's everybody else gonna disguise themselves?
I'm not. I'm leaving.
I don't have time for this guy.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, bye, Chili Bones. I love you.
So you run that out. He just looks panicked. He's trying to keep the chapel together. You can see him right away casting some spells, trying to stop the cracks in the temple from forming, trying to make sure that the altar is safe. Like he's in panic mode with whatever
he's
sort
so
of
cool.
meager spells that he has left. He's trying so hard to make sure that this chapel doesn't fall to pieces. So as you guys walk outside very quickly, if you remember, this is like in the middle of the day. You know, you had to deal with the Eucalyptus thing, you had to deal with the fight, then you had to come down to Chili Bones. It's somewhere around noon, and it was a beautiful, bright morning. But when you walk outside, there's a giant shadow. And you're trying to understand what's going on. And you know this is a very simple town with a small intersection, small little perpendicular intersection, and just a little hamlet, maybe no more than 20, 25 small little homes here, and shops. Right in the center of town, directly in the center of town, not too far away from you guys here, maybe 120 feet. You can see that there's this giant figure in the center. It looks like it's made of some sort of plated metals, all stacked and put together, constructed in some sort of way. This giant stone, iron, crystal entity that is just standing there with illuminated eyes looking around. Very quickly, you can see its feet move towards you, and that shadow that you can even just feel its presence of from the distance because it's casting such a long shadow, it's gaining and it's growing. And its eyes, its head finally kind of catches up with its body. Masked face. Doesn't seem to have any flesh, any sort of bones, any sort of thing that makes a creature. This is construction. And as it looks at you, you can just see these bright beams of light, these eyes glowing from beneath the plated mask and the plated head of it, as it's just starting to make its way towards you. It's moving quite slow, all things considered, but it is coming directly at you, about 30 feet per round.
I
Okay,
wild
Woods.
shape into a dog and run away.
Yeah, I follow. I want to jump on him and ride him away.
Before anybody can do
Ikto!
anything, I need all of you guys to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Wait, wisdom
I love
saving
it. You
throw.
guys are wise.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 15 plus 1, 16.
Okay.
I got a 19 plus 3.
Okay.
I got a 14 plus 4.
So that's an 18 in total?
Mhm.
Okay. And Sienna? Excuse me, P?
16 minus 1, 15.
Okay. So, anybody who did not roll a 17 or higher, you suddenly, so there's two of you. It's P and I believe Jarfield.
Yeah.
You guys, like everybody else, you feel this like wave go through you, like with some sort of wind. And you're able to withstand whatever that pressure was. But Jarfield and P, the two of you guys suddenly turn towards one another and everything is moving half speed. You are slowed. You are completely moving like half speed, half action. You're like slow motion right now as everybody else is able to just handle this. But you guys look at P and Jarfield and they are like Matrix scene.
Do I talk slow motion?
Yeah,
Or do I
everything
talk
slow.
normal?
Everything is slow.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm a cat and I'm going to use feline agility. So now I'm moving at double speed, which if I'm half speed is now normal speed.
Oh, here's an interesting thing too. I just want to make sure you guys know everything about slow. So real quick, on a failed save, you cannot use reactions. Your speed is half. You can't make more than one attack on your turn. You can take either an action or a bonus action, but you can't take both. And this is going to last for a full minute. So everyone knows what's happening.
Someone pick me up.
Everyone roll initiative. It's on. Let's go.
Roll initiative?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
19.
19.
18 plus 1.
18
Come on, dice. Be on my side today, babe.
7.
19 and 19 real quick.
Actually, I got a 19 plus 4, so I'm
So
23.
Jarfield first. And then I think Ikto, you said you got a 19.
Mm-hmm.
And then who said Eucalyptus?
7.
7 for Euc. Okay.
10.
And Chante.
15.
15. Okay, great. So first up is Jarfield, but you are currently slowed. So what do you want to do? You
So,
use feline
yeah.
ability?
So you said I can use a bonus action or move or... So I can basically do one of the three things?
Just says your speed is halved. That's all it says. But you can
okay.
only take an action or a bonus action. That's it. You only get one option moving forward, and you're moving
So
half.
can I use feline agility and move?
Feline agility is it an intrinsic ability in your character? Like is it?
Yeah, it's a VGTM, no action, feline agility,
Right.
no action.
So it's just intrinsically in you then. So you don't even have to worry about it. You have feline agility, and you're able to kind of break the slowness right away with your cat-like reflexes. So that's not an issue speed-wise, but the other stuff, the other effects are still an issue.
Okay, so how close are we to this golem thing?
This thing is currently about maybe 30 feet away from you now.
So I'm going to run, and then while I'm running, I'm going to turn and throw a vicious mockery at it, which yeah. And let's see. So that's a wisdom saving throw 13.
Okay. It succeeds.
It succeeds. Oh, so it didn't hit.
Nope. What do you say
so
at it?
I'm gonna say, I'm too slow to mock right now. And yeah, I'm saying that while I'm running for the woods.
So as you're saying that, you're like, I'm too slow to run right now. You cast this spell at it, and you can see like the mockery kind of dance, like the twisted little words kind of go and kind of ping against the metal plate, but just kind of ping off. Like you can tell the mockery is just not even entering the vicinity of this entity. Like it's just like a massive structure. So you turn, you move. How much is your speed? You get about 30 feet away, you said, is because of an agility?
Yeah, so my let's see, my how do I tell my speed?
It should be in your like little section that says like speed. Let me see. It'll say like how many feet per round. Like it'll say 35 or 30 feet per round.
At the top, next to proficiency.
Oh, walking speed 30 feet, so it would be halved, but I'm using feel and agility, so that'd be doubled, so 30 feet.
So 30 feet. So you're able to move normal pace. So you get 30 feet away, but this thing, it seems to be moving at that same exact pace that you are, like forward. So you turn around and you're going the opposite direction, essentially towards the forest. That's the opposite direction from where this creature is currently going. So you're just booking it. Okay, sounds good, Jarfield. Now it's Ikto's turn. Ikto, what do you want to do?
Oh shoot. Well, I'm also going to run. Am I able to know if it sees past my disguise?
You can do. You can choose to have a bonus action to try to do perception or arcana or something to learn more about this creature, if you would like.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
To just try and get some distance because it'll push it 10 feet back.
Great. Okay.
Let's see. I just
is that
rolled
a save or is that an attack?
It's an attack. A cantrip. Under hit DC it says +7, so I don't.
So you hit DC, that means you would roll that 20 and then add that 7.
Oh, okay. So I got a 17.
That just hits.
Great. So it's 1d10 + 5. I got an 8 + 5, so
nice.
It's a 13.
Okay, 13. Let me just roll. Let me just take a quick note of this. And what kind of damage is that?
This is let me see. It is, I don't think, a beam of crackling energy. It does not say a specific type. I don't think.
What is it called again? Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast.
It
is force damage.
Force, great. So yes. So as that force damage connects, you can see it kind of crackle and it successfully hits this creature, pushing it 10 feet back away from you and taking damage. As you can see it kind of shaking from that energy. Nice. Great. Nice. Okay. Ikto, what do you do with your speed or your movement?
Yeah, I'm running. I'm booking it.
Yes, and you can see everybody in town is booking it too. You see the children running into the homes. You see the parents screaming. You can see like this one little kid standing in front of this giant thing just in the way, and you can see the mom like about to run out and grab him out of the way as quickly as possible. Like the townsfolk are petrified. It's making dent marks in the ground as it's walking and stepping and stomping forward. It's shaking every single home that you can see as it's coming and approaching you, but it seems to have a mission. It doesn't seem to be interested in absolutely anything else. It's really got all eyes on you. Okay, so Ikto, that is your turn, if I'm not mistaken. I did mention on your bonus action, since you have one, you could use it to try to glean something. You had a question, and you can let me know.
Yeah, I want to see if it if even though I have my disguise on, if it somehow can know who I am.
Okay, I just want you to roll a quick perception check.
Got it. let's see, perception +2. What is this? 6 + 2 and 8. So
You can't perceive anything because the moment that you look at this creature, you're noticing something. You know those eyes, those beams of light that are coming? The moment that it's about to connect with you, it is so bright. It is so bright. You look away just out of
Got it.
instinct. And that's what you glean, and you book it towards Jarfield. I think you have a speed of 30 feet as well,
Yep.
and you go as quickly as possible. It is now the creature's turn. As it makes its way up, no more than maybe 10 feet now away from all of you. It takes its head and it turns and looks down. I need Eucalyptus, P, and Chante, who are still within 10 feet of it, to please make a wisdom saving throw.
10.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
17 + 4.
Chante and Eucalyptus, you're okay. P. Suddenly this head comes down. Now it's bright. It's kind of shedding light even as it's walking through. Even with the shadow it's casting, it's bright. It has a presence to it. It's illuminated. There's something inside of it that's illuminating it. And it's so bright that when that light connects with you, P, you suddenly can't see anymore. As the light fills your eyes, you're blinded currently.
What?
You cannot see. Eucalyptus and Chante, you guys were able to withstand this effect. So right now, little old P just can't see nothing, and it's just moving half speed. She's just dancing on her own like Robin.
God.
Someone pick P up and carry P, please.
But that is not its turn. That is just an effect. So as it comes down, one of its hands raised in the air, and you can see it slam down. It makes 2 attacks. It's going to go 1 after P. It's going to have an advantage because you cannot see. And then one's going to be after Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, what's your AC?
16.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. It rolled a natural one. So what's going to happen?
Yes.
Thank God.
Dang it. Only because it rolled a nat one, it's going, and it's about to hit P. I'm going to roll with disadvantage. All right, okay. P, what's your AC?
13.
Okay, yeah,
13.
just misses. Just misses. As
Thank God.
both of its fists go down, and just like Eucalyptus, what do you do to make it roll that natural one? Because it's about to go down, and it has intent, but you can see that P's right there too, going through the motions. Do you use your reaction to maybe grab her and pull her a foot closer to you?
Yeah, I'm behind my what? You know.
Shield? Your shield? Your shield?
I put a shield.
Okay, you take the shield and you just block it, and very like you can hear the hand of this structure like kind of crack against your shield. It probably makes some sort of streak. It does some sort of digging into it, and sparks fly as you kind of hold it up against you and pull P close, as you can feel the sparks going. But the 2 fists just connect to the ground. You guys see it make indents at least 2 to 3 feet deep on either side. Just goes into the ground as it pulls its fists up once more. As it turns back once more to smack its fist down. Okay, that is its turn. Chante, what do you want to do?
I use combat wild shape to turn
Okay.
into a mastiff,
Okay.
and then I grab P, throw her on my back because I can carry half as a mastiff, and I GTF.
Okay. Sounds good. Now,
Fast.
because turning into a mastiff is an action, and I'm going to allow you to have a quick...
Well, I have combat wild shape.
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to do that without
It's a bonus
burning an action. That's great. Wow. So you literally, hold on. This is going to be hilarious though, because you got to swoop your little mastiff body underneath P, who's going to suddenly feel something between her legs. P, I need you to roll an animal handling check real quick for me to see if you're able to handle being on this animal.
6.
So P,
Oh
Can you
no.
describe to me how this fails for a second as Chante like swoops under you and what do you do?
I grab on, but also I go up. And I'm just slamming up and down into the back like this.
That's fun.
So yeah, you do that, and then you like slip and you kind of fall out of the seated position on Chante, and you're just on the ground like squirming blind, unfortunately, and currently moving half speed, so it's like very slow movement on the ground. That is Chante. That's your turn. I'll say you got her about 5 feet away from where the hands currently are, but no more than that, as you have to stop and you have to turn around and realize that she's unfortunately there.
Did running burn my action?
No, scooping her up would have burned your action because it takes an action to like pick someone up or grapple them or throw them on a board. But you still have a bonus action if combat wild shape didn't do anything, and if you want to use like a bonus action.
Yeah, where am I?
You're about 15 feet away from the creature that's coming down, right next to P, and Eucalyptus is kind of in front of you, a little closer to the creature. And Jarfield and Ikto are just 30 feet, like bamfed out.
And I can't run.
You could run. You still have your movement.
Oh, I should save P. Okay. I really wish I was high right now. Okay, I'm gonna sniff this guy out, as Mastiffs have keen hearing.
Okay.
And I want to smell to see if I can get any perception on
Yeah.
this.
Okay, roll a perception check, and I'll tell you what you can with the dog's nose.
Oh, that's a 3. And then I get a +3 perception.
So 6 in total?
Yeah.
As a dog right now, the only thing you smell is fear. And unfortunately, the stench of fear is a little too strong from all your friends. And specifically a good old whiff from P and I'll say Jarfield too, because cats
That
would
P
be
or is
afraid.
that P?
As you're like, oh yeah, they're just afraid. Like the body, the adrenaline's kicking in, and that's kind of an overpowering scent at the moment for you. Okay, that is your turn, Chante. Then now next up is P. Just so you know, at the start of your turn, I believe you are allowed to. Let me read this real quick. Okay, so not yet, but at the end of your turn, you can make another Wisdom saving throw. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Keep going, P.
This is the longest minute ever. I'm not gonna close my eyes. I have to read this.
Oh,
I'm
and
not
actually,
gonna fast
DM
enough. So
DM's mistake. Jarfield, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw too, because your turn already happened. So I need Jarfield and I need P to make a Wisdom save at the end of their turn. So I'm sorry.
Is that to potentially get rid of the slow? Okay, cool. I'll make it. Should I make it at the start of my turn and then another at the end?
Make it right now, as P is struggling. Right as P
Okay.
is deciding what to do. Make it right now.
13 plus. Is this wisdom? 13 plus 1,
saving.
so 14.
Not enough, unfortunately, so you're still slowed. So thank you, Jarfield, for making that save. P, now formally to you as you're on the ground. What would you like to do?
I throw a dagger straight up into the face of the thing.
Okay, sounds good. Now, I want to let you know something as players that you may not know. If you are technically on the ground, you're considered prone. So the creature above you, it's gonna be much easier to hit you and be able to attack you. So you always want to try to stand up if you can sometimes, just to be able to get up. But in D&D rules, it costs half your movement to stand up. So P, if you stand up, you can't move at all because you're already so slow. So it takes your full movement to just stand up. What would you like to do with that? Because you're going to have disadvantage on your attack either way, unfortunately.
And standing up, he can still just hit me. So, yeah, dagger throw.
Okay, roll your dagger throw with disadvantage while you're blinded and slowed. I believe in you, though.
No, you don't. Oh, wait. One.
You rolled a 1?
Yes.
What?
All right, we got bone today. A nice little bone. P, can I have you roll a 1d4 for me?
This is the wrong die. Hold on. Oh no.
I wanted this protector, but it's not my turn yet.
This is 4, right?
Oh no. Yeah, that's a 4. So that's gonna be
Okay.
Eucalyptus. So you unfortunately take your dagger and you
Oh
go.
no, I didn't roll it. I didn't roll it yet. Is this the 4 die? I'm counting the sides.
Roll,
How do
roll.
I? Is it the side on the bottom? Is the
It's
one
on
it
the
is?
bottom. The one that's on the bottom, yeah.
Okay. It says 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so it would technically be the one on the top then. Some of them have the one on the bottom, some of the one have the answer at the top. They're different die for different
Yeah, so if you roll it, it's the one that's pointing up. That's the one you roll.
on your die. Yeah.
1.
So you rolled a 1.
Yes.
So that one's gonna be Jarfield then, which is probably a good thing in this case. As your dagger, you stand up, you turn the complete opposite direction from the enemy
What in the world?
because you can't see
wrong
where
with her?
it is. And you throw your dagger with the vigor of 1,000 suns as it connects with Jarfield's back. Can I have you roll damage for Jarfield?
Yeah, is that what is it? A D? What is it?
No, it would be P rolling the damage on her dagger, unfortunately.
Okay,
So
got it.
P, if you could roll for how much damage you're gonna do against poor old Jarfield running away.
Yeah, I've got a question about that.
Yeah.
A dagger range is like 20, and I'm 30 feet away. So is this just don't worry
Dagger
about
range
it?
is much longer than that if it's thrown.
Oh, got it.
Dagger with a finesse has the range
Oh,
of
60. Got it.
60.
60 feet
Oh,
or so.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. Got it.
but thank you.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Meow.
So the dagger
Crazy.
connects to your back.
Did I hit it?
You definitely hit something.
And then
That's not helpful.
And that's your turn, P. That's it. So Eucalyptus, it's your turn. What do you do after watching this go down?
No.
I need to do my special wisdom saving throw.
Oh yes, you do. You suddenly feel like you have a chance to at least stop something.
This is hopeless.
6.
Okay, unfortunately, the presence of everything is just too strong, and you can't quite shake this off right now. So it is Eucalyptus's turn.
All right, I've been trying to figure out what spells I can use, but they all require stuff that I don't think I have.
You guys did have that battle earlier today, and a lot of things have been spent on it. So
No, I mean, like, says a small parchment with a bit of holy text written on it.
I would say you would have that because you had been spending time with history and you asked for spell components and items that he had. He would have holy text and he would have parchment. So I'll say that you have been equipped with as much that he and or you could get within the forest. So always let me
I was
know.
just
if you-
thinking, I was
Yeah.
just thinking maybe I could have asked. Okay, so if
Oh,
we all
great
got stuff from him,
Mhm.
okay, sorry. Now that I have stuff, I might do something different.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bonus. All right, so I would like to channel my divinity to turn the unholy.
Okay.
Is he an unholy?
Well, you're gonna find out if it is or isn't. So
Wait, so I don't know? So I could be
Mm-mm.
wasting a.
right now you're in the middle of this battle. This strange creature just came in. You have no information. This is definitely just like shit.
Okay. I don't wait, maybe not. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'll do this instead. Can I try to command it?
Okay.
Oh, but I don't know if he speaks my language. Shit. What do I know about that?
You don't know much at all. This is just some sort of enemy.
So I can't. So if I try to command it and it doesn't understand my language, it doesn't work.
No.
Oh jeez. Okay.
You want to cry?
I'm trying to decide which one I should do. It's unholy. It says is anything that's a fiend or a fiend.
Undead. Does it seem like an undead creature to you? It's your call as to how you would want to try to sleuth here, but definitely
But
it's
isn't it a fiend? It doesn't have to be. It
Well,
says
a
fiend
fiend-
or
a fiend-
undead.
a fiend is like a conceptually crazy idea because it's almost like things from like a trickster
hell-
plane,
hell-
like a devil-y trickster plane would come and be here, but you don't really get that vibe naturally from this thing. It seems like a
No.
construct, but you can't figure out what's inside of it. Like it's like watching a building come to life that has been plated together in different ways, or like an illuminated body. It's a
Right.
crazy fixture.
And it might
it's
not
large.
understand any language then.
Exactly. You have no
Okay.
idea. Mhm.
All right, so I'll do channel divinity sacred weapon.
Okay. All right.
Weapon it adds 4 to my attack rolls.
Yeah,
Right.
sacred weapon. I'm gonna look that up real quick. As an action, you can imbue one weapon that you're holding with positive energy using your channel divinity for 1 minute. You can add your charisma modifier, which I think you said is +4, to attack rolls made with that weapon. If it's not, so this is an interesting thing. I'm just gonna highlight. If the weapon is not already magical, it does become magical. So something to note here. All right. So yeah, you channel that into your weapon. Do you want to hit?
Well, should I use my sword or my bow?
That's a good call. Either one. Do you think you want to retain melee with this entity, or do you want to try to get your bow so you can shoot at it as you go?
I would like to shoot as I go.
Okay, sounds
as I
good.
run.
Yeah, so you dump that full spell, and from what I'm reading, it does require an action to make a weapon a sacred weapon. You take your bow and illuminates with bright light, kind of casting and shedding light, a different sort of light than what that creature is bringing forward. So you notice yours is a bit more of a radiant beam, a very like a soul beam, whereas his seems to be like a constructed beam. There's a very specific light within him. As you do this, you can feel your weapon glow. Unfortunately, because you didn't attack and you had to use that action to hit, you don't have like a second attack that you can use on your bonus action. So that's it that you're able to do. Unless you have a bonus action like spiritual weapon still around, you technically have not casted a spell. So if you have a bonus action, you can cast it.
I was gonna cast it. I was gonna cast a shield of faith around P.
Shield of faith. That is a bonus action. You can do that. You cast it around P. You take that small parchment and the holy text. You quickly crush it in your hands, and holding your concentration spell, you see the shimmering field appear all around P. And so P, you currently have that +2 AC. You're a little bit more protected, so no longer 13 but 15 for 10 minutes, as long as Eucalyptus can hold it. Okay? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice. So Eucalyptus, you do everything you can. You channel the spell into your weapon. You turn around. You cast that shield of faith upon P. And what would you like to do with your movement?
Run.
All right. This creature will have an opportunity of attack against you. I just want you to be aware, okay? So you turn around.
So my action of doing the
bow.
that is different than a movement.
Yeah. So your movement's always separate. So that is technically just the action that you're doing. Then you have like
Okay.
a little bonus action that's very specific. It doesn't mean that you can do like a full attack. And then movement. You always have your movement. Always. Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more thing. Hold on.
Oh, D&D. It's so fun to learn how to play. Because truly, eventually you kind of get the dance going, and then it's like, yeah. But I love uncovering it and learning about it.
Wait. Can I change my act? No, I can't. I already
No,
said.
but maybe save it for next time, but not this
All right.
time.
So my action is, but you're saying I shouldn't run? Shouldn't I run?
No. You can totally run.
Oh, okay.
But this creature will be able to take its fist down and try to hit you. Try to.
Oh, okay. But I'm still gonna. So can I do my?
Oh, you
roll?
cannot attack because it took a full action to cast that channel divinity into your weapon. So
So I can't actually use the weapon.
next round you can. Next time. Mm-hmm. I know, but it's a good. You know what? I think Eucalyptus. You did this, and you go to do the bow, and you're like, "Oh crap! It's about to attack me!" And then you just turn around and you kind of book it out of instinct.
All right.
Because you said you did want to run, right? You like to get away from it. Okay, then it's going to have an opportunity of attack against you. What is your AC, Eucalyptus?
16.
Oh well, it rolled a 2, and so it's going to miss
Nope.
as its fist goes down.
God.
Thank God.
And right where you were, Eucalyptus, it makes like a 3-foot dent in the ground as you like book it towards. And I think you have a speed of 30 feet, or do you have 35 feet, Eucalyptus, as a half elf?
Wait, I don't know. Oh, 30.
So you're able to get exactly where Chante and where Ikto are currently. Not Chante. Jarfield and Ikto are, if I'm not mistaken. So you're able to get all the way down 30 feet away from this creature who's currently engaged, very specifically, it seems like, with P and Chante at the moment. So top of the turn, Jarfield, what you want to do when they come for you?
Okay, so I'm going to continue booking it. That's 15 feet away if I'm doing half speed, because I can only use feline agility once before taking a non-movement. So that puts me 45 feet away from the thing. And then I'm going to turn and throw out a Bardic Inspiration at P.
Okay, what do you say? What do you say to P to get her out of this?
I say, I'm mad about the knife, but I think you could do it.
All right, P, you can hear the words of Jarfield in your soul. It gives you a little comfort, so you have a 1d6 to hold on to now for the next 10 minutes.
And then I'm going to roll this to see if I do a wisdom save. 20.
Natty?
20.
Fat nat or no?
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh,
right.
wow.
Woo! Yeah, fat nat.
Thank God somebody's getting somewhere.
Off that pressure with like the Jarfield dance of life. Like you completely like you do a little jig, you do a little boogie. Like you feel so good now that you're no longer slow.
Yeah.
Yes, and now you're back to sort of your feline self. So that's the end of your turn, Jarfield. Ikto, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to look to Jarfield, and I'm going to say, hey, buddy, get them all out of here. And I'm going to run up to the guy, up to P, and get in between them.
Okay.
I'm going to look at P and say, hey, kid, just like old times. And then I'm going to cast Fey Presence. And each creature in a 10-foot cube has to make a wisdom saving throw of 15 or become charmed or frightened. I'm going to try and scare it. And
okay.
Yes.
P, this is unfortunately you. I'll say Chante's 5 feet away enough that it won't affect him. So, all right. Okay. It does save. The creature does save.
It did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such a good attempt.
Well,
But does P save?
Wait,
I have an A. I have an A against being frightened, but also I rolled 12.
Okay. So did you roll with advantage then, or did Ikto specify?
I did not roll with
You said frightened, right?
advantage.
You get advantage then, since you have advantage against being frightened.
I rolled 12 again.
oh no.
Do you have a bonus on your save? On your wisdom save?
What about Bardic Inspiration?
Yes, you can use
No.
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Now what?
So roll that 1d6 and add it to that 12.
Honestly, if she gets scared, would that allow her to run away?
We're gonna have to roll to see.
4 plus 12
16.
is
16.
16.
Does that beat you, Ikto?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are not frightened. There's a moment that you get a little freaked out, but because you're blind, you can't see how horrifying at the moment Ikto is. Like his jaw opens up, his tongue lashes out, his eyes get wide, like his hair goes crazy. He is currently I think that Disguise Self's a concentration spell. You tell me if it dropped or anything like that. I trust you guys that you know you're only supposed to have one concentration spell at once. It might also be an illusion spell. Just keep track of that always. But Ikto does this horrifying pull from his body, and he's just trying to like scare the living crap out of it, and it looks kind of like a little bit more like a middle school performance art piece right now than it does like a horrifying like a moment, and the creature doesn't seem affected. Nobody seems affected, especially P, thankfully. so everyone's okay. But you can hear him trying to scare. Can I hear, Benny, what this sounds like from Ikto as he's trying to scare the creature?
Oh, he's trying his best. He's booming his voice and he's making noises, but there's just nothing happening. And I'm just gonna look up. I'm gonna look Eucalyptus right in the eyes and say, Eucalyptus, I always loved you. I hope you guys get out of here. Okay.
Wait.
All right, that's Ikto's turn. It's now the creature's turn.
To me, does he love me? This is a lot for me to take in.
Yeah, so you use a little bit of that reaction that you have to kind of like just soak in that moment. As you can see the fists of this creature go up and come down. It's going to attempt to hit both Ikto and Eucalyptus. You ran, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's just P, and it's going to be P and Ikto.
He's got his shield of faith.
He does have a shield of faith. So P, what is your AC currently? I think it's 15.
15.
That'll still connect, unfortunately.
I tried.
And it's going to connect with Ikto too with the 25 to hit. So.
I was going to ask if I could do cutting words, but that's too much.
Well, P's was a 17 to hit.
P can take it.
Okay.
Use cutting words, Saber.
Okay. So as the fists come down, they both connect. One on P for 16 points of bludgeoning damage as the fist goes down and cracks and smacks her. This poor little blind and confused P just gets smacked into the ground, and it comes up and kind of like in a comical cartoon, you know, like with the Tweety birds over her head, and one tooth missing kind of vibe. And then Ikto, this is going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage on you as the hand goes down and pulls up. Are you out?
I had 7 hit points.
Oh, so yeah, you're out. So what is your full hit point count?
It was 7 out of 18.
7 out of 18. So you're not dead yet. You are currently knocked out, unconscious on the ground at 0. Okay, so that is the creature's turn. The creature, currently noticing that nothing else is immediately within a few feet of it as it does that, kind of gets a little bit closer. Gets close enough to Chante that Chante, as your dog, I do need you to make that wisdom saving throw to not get blinded.
Just looking at my dog. 16 plus 1.
You're able to just withstand the blindness as you can feel the light illuminate you, and almost like you would have to dodge your eyes and let them rest looking directly into the sun. You're okay for that moment. Okay, that is the creature's turn. Now it's Chante's turn. Chante, what you gonna do?
I'm going to try to scoop up Pete once again. Well, first, hold on. Do I save
Oh, wait,
Ikto?
Ikto, throws.
Or do I save P? Because at this point, someone's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I was
He
just
knocked out.
high.
P is knocked out.
I would just run.
He's knocked out. Oh.
Okay.
P had 15 hit points. It was just 15.
Wait, so P's knocked out too?
Yes.
Do I have to revive P, or can I just grab her by the scruff of her neck and drag her?
You can grab her and go.
Okay,
But does she
I
still have to?
technically also do that with Ikto? So this is now a moral level.
Do they still have to do animal handling throws if he?
I will say no because he's gonna grab him probably by the scruff.
Oh, because
like,
they're
them.
operating out. So.
So okay.
So Ikto, the decision of you and P to live are it's up to me.
Yeah, you can see this mastiff Chante looking to the left and looking to the right, and looking to the left and looking to the right.
Can I get one line out?
Yeah.
I can revive one of them. Save one of them. I'll do the other.
Okay, I grab P and I run. I have
Okay.
40 speed feet.
Okay, so you grab P, knowing that this creature is within the ability to try to attack you as its fist is up. You just grab P and you run. Chante, what is your armor class?
12.
12?
Oof.
12. Just misses. Literally, I rolled a 2. So you're very lucky.
You rolled a 12?
2.
Oh.
Just missed. So it's able to just miss the edge of your tail as you run forward with P in your mouth. It isn't able to hit you, and you get P out of there. 40 feet ahead, you guys are running as this creature is just looming over Ikto's body, standing over it intently. All right, P, it's your turn. You are
I'm
currently
unconscious.
You are currently unconscious. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Well, not wisdom, just a normal saving throw. Excuse me. Death save.
9.
That's a fail. So 1 fail. So mark that. Okay, Eucalyptus, it's your turn.
But wait a minute. Who am I close to? Am I close?
Currently 30 feet away because you used your speed. So you're close to like Jarfield. You're close to where Chante's a little ahead of you, but you're near Chante, and P is right in. Like you're all together except for Ikto.
Go.
Okay, but I'm not. I can't. Ikto, I love you too. I'll
Say
be
so.
thinking about this for a long time. But wait a minute. Okay, so I have my weapon, and it's ready to go.
Yeah,
now.
you got your bow ready to go. Yeah, you can shoot it.
And with what I did, what does that give me? Like
It
how
gives you
does-
magic. It makes your weapon magical and gives you a +4 to your attack. So you have you have a much better chance of not just attacking, but it gives you that charisma mod on your attacks to be made with a weapon. So
And I still have a bonus action after that. Yeah.
yes, you do indeed. Yeah, both. Mhm. So you want to roll to hit?
Yeah. But wait. Okay. I will. If I lay hands to help her, is that a bonus action, or is
Lay on hands, I believe, is a full action. So it will work. You can put your hands on P. She's right by you, but it does take an action.
But then I can't attack the thing.
No, you could not attack the thing.
I think we're just getting get away from the thing mode.
So I don't need to attack the thing. Really? But I have this weapon that's magic. Guys, tell me this before I made it magic. But the thing is gonna keep coming after us, right? It's not gonna stop.
It
Oh my
won't
God.
see us in the woods. I'm unconscious. I can't say anything.
You think? Oh my God, guys, this is crazy.
Run. History told us to run.
Okay, so don't attack. So just waste my weapon? Guys, I don't know if this is a good idea. But I'm gonna lay hands on P because of my friends. And
Yeah,
they
you take a
told
moment.
me to do it.
You hear them say you're here. You're doing the thing that Chante was doing between like Ikto and B, but you're looking at the weapon and you're looking at your hand. There's a lot of choices being made, and so instead you take your hands, you go over to P, who's no more than 10 feet away from you. Put your hands on her, and you heal her up for a little bit of HP. You have some left still in your pool. How much do you want to put in her? I think you only have 5 left.
Oh.
From earlier, because you healed yourself up.
Oh no. Then I don't have any left. If I give all...
No, you didn't. I know you saved some. So
yeah,
I
do have 5 left, but I'm saying like if I give her all of it, then. All right. Well, here goes nothing. 5.
So that whole pool, P, you feel yourself rise from the ashes with 5 hit points. You're no longer blinded or slowed though. Because it's completely knocked out, so you're nice and you're evened out, even though you're hurting and you're aching in bones and places you didn't even know.
Thank God. Thank you. Okay.
And then I can run?
Yeah, you can book it. Would you like to book it
I'll
further?
Run because that's what they told me to do.
All right, sounds good. You continue to book it. Top of the turn, Jarfield. What you gonna do? It's your turn.
So I'm gonna throw a first level healing word at Ikto.
Okay, sounds good. You say?
And I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say, I'm not letting you die on me, buddy.
All right, roll for the hit points, friend. Roll for the hit points.
Okay. Healing word is 1d4 plus 3. So that's a 1 plus 3, so 4 hit points to Ikto.
Okay, Ikto, you rise with 4 hit points. Having been energized by some words from Jarfield, you're still on the ground prone. You see this crazy thing above you. It's just looming. Jarfield, do you have anything else you would like to do?
So I think I'm ahead of everybody, so I'm gonna like stand my ground, not for any like fighting purposes, but just for like letting my feline agility heal purposes. And then that was my bonus action, so with my action, the hell with it. I'm gonna do dissonant whispers level 2 with this thing.
Whispers. Okay.
It's got wisdom saving throw 13. Do you know what it is? Do you want me to read what it is?
I am actually pulling it up, so we should be fine.
Yay.
It makes it save.
Damn it.
It's saved? Oh.
Wait, can I do a cutting words on it to get it to maybe miss its save?
Does cutting word takes a reaction. So don't forget, on cutting words, you cannot do it on your own turn. You have to do it in someone else's turn order, because it's a reaction.
Okay, cool. And then I guess that's my turn.
All right, Jarfield. You stand your ground and you do some dissonant whispers at it. Once again, you can just kind of feel it like not affecting this creature. It seems to be very resilient and built with a lot of intention. Almost like perfectly shaped to find you guys and crush you all, which is a little alarming and a little scary. So Ikto, it's your turn.
All right. You said that getting up from prone takes up half a turn.
Yeah, half your speed, just half your movement. So if you have movement of 30, getting up costs 15.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm going to do a really cool. I'm laying on my back. I do a really cool like somersault up, and I yell, "Everybody, run! Just run! Get out of here!" And then I cast Eldritch Blast on it, sending it another 10 feet back.
Okay, sounds good. That's a roll to hit, please.
I got a. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry, hold on. A D10. I got a 9 plus 5, so a 14.
Not quite enough, as it's kind of, you cast it.
Oh, rolled a hit. Sorry, I rolled the damage.
Oh,
my bad.
Okay,
my
roll a
bad.
hit.
Sorry. I
Yeah, no,
did
that's
an
fine.
11 plus 7, so an 18.
That'll connect. Nice.
Ah!
Nice hit. It shatters and shudders the body a little bit. You can see some of the looser pieces of this creature kind of crack and break a little bit. You can see some rusted pieces falling off of it, but it's still not breaking apart this thing at all. This thing is a tank.
sure.
Tank, if
Yeah.
you've seen it. But how much damage is that? So I can write it down.
That was 14 damage.
14. Nice hit.
And then I'm going to
Oh.
use, so it's 10 feet away from me now. I'm going
Yeah.
to use my
Push
other
back.
15 feet to kind of just stay back, but I'm keeping my focus on it. And I'm going to say, once again, run. Get to good boy or something.
You can also tell Ikto, because of you pushing it back, it does not look like it's within melee of you right now.
Yeah.
So you have an opportunity. If you need to pull back that extra 15 feet, you can get 15 feet further away from it.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
choose
gonna-
to do so?
I'm going to get 15 feet back, but I'm still facing it.
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
not-
25 feet away from it now.
Yep.
You're like a solid. Okay, sounds good. So this is what's going to happen. It's now the creature's turn. The creature goes up to fight once more, but right now in the heat of battle, I'm going to make a quick roll, and I'm going to tell you what happens because it's story time. 1 second.
Oh, no.
All right, you're lucky. Um,
Ugh.
Is it
as this
Julian?
happens, you can hear the sound of this creature going to hit again. It's its turn, but very quickly, you guys, you've all gained feet, and Ikto told you to run. So you can hear the screams and cries, but you can also hear the sound of a door opening. And you look over to the chapel, and very delicately, very quietly, you see the door open, and you can see that your friend Chili Bones is standing there, kind of with its finger pointed out and ready to attack this thing too.
Aw,
He
CB.
whispers. He kind of whispers loudly. You can just hear him say, "Run, run!" And he's pointing his finger. You guys just listen to his advice at this point, knowing that maybe he can help or hold this creature back a little bit enough that you guys can gain some ground. So, everybody currently not with Ikto runs and dashes for it. Ikto, there's this like one fell swoop where you can feel its hand kind of crunching and coming towards you as you see your friends running over this sort of hill. They gain ground. They're dashing. You guys are dashing on your actions, just going and going and going towards wherever this forest is that you know isn't too far away, kind of kicking up dirt and rocks on the grass, just trying to make sure that you're making your way as far away from the town as possible. Ikto, you're engaged with this. You can tell that like you need to keep casting on it. I want you to roll a quick perception check as you're trying to get away.
Yep. Perception. Let's see. We got a 19 plus 2.
Oh, wow, nice. So 21.
That's great.
As you're kind of looking at this, there's some things that come to mind, and as you're starting to realize just how this thing is built, you're realizing that this thing must have been built in a way where it knew, or whoever constructed it knew about your guys' attacks, knew about your abilities, made something that would perfectly counter it, and has been maybe the thing stalking you for some time. Maybe after each town you guys made along the way and showed your cards, this thing had been built in retaliation or with a vengeance, and you can tell it's coming still for you guys. It's not going to stop. So you turn and you book it, and so it kind of cuts to maybe, let's say, a few minutes later. Your sacred weapon unfortunately has gone down, and after a few minutes later, I think even that shield of faith, I think it lasts for 10 minutes, so the shield of faith is still up, but your sacred weapon is only a minute, so it kind of fades and it kind of goes down, and you guys you just don't even want to hold yourselves back. You don't want to turn around and engage with this thing, because each time you do, you're losing that speed, and this thing is still engaged right now with Ikto, so Ikto's kind of almost keeping it held back as all of you are moving forward, but you can see something happen. You're not certain what it is, but out of nowhere, after you hear it in the distance and you're not looking back to figure it out, you hear like a and finally, after the third as it gets closer and it's a sound, you can see running right alongside you, looking a little ragged and worse for wear, Ikto, just having been casted on him several times, Misty Step, with both him, with the help of your good old friend Chili Bones. You're just like going.
Oh.
And you're booking it, and you're all running.
Oh, this armor
Everyone
is
run.
so heavy.
And still, that
I don't like to run on all fours because I feel like it's stereotypical of what people think the Tabaxis do, but I'm doing it anyway now. Don't tell anybody I do this.
I'm doing the Naruto run.
I stink. I'm so sweaty right now.
And you guys can hear in the distance the. But the good thing is you can see it's leaving Jovial. It didn't have its sights on the town. It's not destroying the town by any means. It's got a mark. And as you guys are all running, you're making good ground. You have a feeling now with the speed that you're running and the distance that you're gaining from this creature that you probably have or are gaining somewhere between 4 to 5 minutes of time, having run as much as possible. It kind of also moving a little bit slowly because the terrain here, it's a little rough as you get closer and closer to the forest. The stone, the gravel, this thing is just moving with a steady, slow vengeance. It doesn't seem to be dashing or anything. It just seems to be kind of going deliberately forward. So you guys take a quick breather. You have now finally, after some running and some time, gotten back to the entrance of that forest from whence you came. You're familiar with this location. It's actually got a lot more life in it now. You can see way more squirrels. By the way, that squirrel was still your friend and still hanging out with you. So that squirrel takes a moment. Chante kind of like hops out of who knows where and hops into the nearby tree where you originally found it. And you can see this little squirrel friend of yours just kind of give you like a nice little like thank you. He takes a nut from his hand and like throws it at Chante's face as maybe a gift or some sign of like, why did you do that to me? And then runs up the tree and fades into the
I said I was going to give it fleas.
No!
No!
I mean, better it than me.
Yeah, you know, you call its tail and fleas definitely as it's running away. Just a little fleas here and there. And so Ikto, you take a nice breather, nice sigh, having victoriously given what you promised it many, many moons ago. And yeah, this is just a quick breather in front of this forest that now has life in it. Birds, trees, and plants.
So I'm gonna do, while we have a sec, I'm gonna do a quick just like history check just to be like, hey, have I heard tales of what this thing is? Do I know what this thing is?
I'm gonna say just naturally, you don't even need to do a history check. Like this is some sort of creature that you've never heard of. Like it doesn't seem to be of lore. It doesn't seem to be in books. This is something constructed. This is something made. It didn't seem old necessarily, except for some of the metal that seemed to have been old on it, and some of it seemed really new and more recently melded. You don't even need a history.
Like an old-timey robot?
We gotta get out of here, guys. I noticed while I was close to that thing, it was created to perfectly just counter us. It knew everything we were gonna do. It was able to avoid all of our attacks. We can't beat that thing. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Real talk. Look, my little kitty spells are little kitty run out. So
I love it when you say real talk and then immediately go into baby voice.
Yeah, this is what real talk is for tabaxis. Meow 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 meow. Yeah, real talk for tabaxis is meme talk. So it's just like I can has spells. Nope, not now.
That's lore.
Yeah.
You pray to your Nyan cat.
Yes, my Nyan cat ancestors. So yeah, I'm cool with getting the F out of here. Wait, do we have time for a short rest, or how long does a short rest take?
Definitely not. Short rest takes 1 hour, and you know you got maybe 5 minutes on this thing before it's over for you.
I'm going to.
I agree. I 100% agree.
No, what? I don't.
What are we agreeing with?
What was that? Was that Underworld or something? Undercommon? I don't speak that.
Okay, I don't talk dog, but I'm pretty sure that Chante wants us to keep on going in the direction that it said.
And
So,
we
yeah,
can
let's
talk
go.
about it later.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go pee on a tree.
Can we wrap?
You go over to a tree, you pee on it, and as Chante has made those like rough sounds, you hear not too far in the distance kind of call back, and you hear a
Good boy.
Oh, thank goodness.
And as you guys say that, right in the path that you guys had originally entered from, you broke off a little bit to the right, but this path in this clearing kind of winds and goes straight forward. You haven't actually gone down the main path yet, but hopping onto the main path, you can see that beautiful kind of golden retriever mutt mix. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what its original status is, but it has a mane and has this gorgeous hair that seems to make it grander. It seems taller. It seems stronger than any sort of golden retriever mutt mix that you've ever seen. And you can see him just sort of like slowly, curiously looking and sniffs and looks towards the dog and goes, "Oh, it's you. I see."
Oh, good boy. Hey.
Ah, good
Gotta
boy.
go.
Hey, good boy, what's up?
It's been going good. Can you tell that the work that I've done within the last day or two has done? It's an exciting time.
Hey, there's
Yeah.
Beautiful.
good
You've
boy.
done
There's
such a good job, good boy. I pet good boy and get his magic.
guys. We gotta go. I'm so good
Yeah.
boy.
Hey, good
It's
boy.
nice
there's
to
this
see you.
thing
There's
about
something-
to attack us. They can't understand what I'm saying because dog. But
Something is going to attack you.
Yeah, how can we get the fuck away? Like, how can we just GTFO? Are there hidden tunnels?
Is
Do you
this
have a place
something
to
that's
hide
going
us?
to hurt the forest anyway? It is my duty to protect.
Yes, it will destroy this. whole-
Yes.
It's destroying the town. It's the whole thing. It's
Okay.
giant. It's just stupid.
Okay. If that is the case, then it's important for me to ensure that the animals of the forest know what to expect. We clear certain areas and we maybe have to recover it at a later date if it's going to ruin some of the plants and nature here, maybe fell a few trees. If
If you
that's
can entangle him while we run.
I could certainly make use of that. I also, it sounds like you need to get somewhere quickly, as fast as possible.
Yes.
Yes.
I can call forth a couple of creatures of the forest, and maybe they can take you forward if that would be of use.
Love it.
I?
And can you translate to them too?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. It's so nice to talk to a fellow dog, finally.
I know, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm so sorry. So you guys hadn't heard any of that. He turns to you and
Yeah.
speaks in
Bark,
common.
bark,
It
bark.
speaks in
Got it,
common.
bark, bark.
And you guys are able to understand. He relays all the news to you, having relayed it in bark talk to Chante. And yes, he
He's like,
offers an animal of the forest. He asks what kind of mounts you want. He can call forth flying creatures, but he would recommend. He tells very quickly, like if he's going to call forth like giant hawks or anything like that, it's going to be very dangerous potentially if you're not. If there's a higher risk because you're flying above, that if something happens and they let go of you, you'll fall underneath the canopy of trees and hit things along the way. And he describes that the mounts on the floor, like the land-based animals, are very strong and can move at great speed, maybe not as quickly or with as much agility, but he offers whatever he has to you all. So you guys as a collective choose.
Unicorns?
What?
Yeah, you got unicorns.
Oh, P.
Did
got
you say
unicorns?
you
I
offered
wild
that up
shape.
first?
I
if I could
returned to
tell
my shape.
you about my days with a unicorn, I dated one for a bit. Anyway,
Ooh, do tell us more. I want to
No,
know more.
don't
but
tell us more.
Tell us more
Wait,
later. Tell us more
Later.
Later.
Write it down. We'll read
Please,
it. in a
please
letter.
come over for some elderberry tea sometime, and we'll talk.
Awesome.
We need
I wild chat back into Chante. I don't.
I want to make
I don't-
note that I want to make note that in the book that I got from Ikto, I'm writing down. Remind myself to ask Good Boy about his date with a unicorn later. Circle, checkbox.
I give a good high and say, Unicorn Club, welcome.
I think. Can you hear me?
I could not hear anything, so you can see Good Boy. You see Good Boy just looking around confused. Can you repeat what you just said, Lucas?
Oh, I give Big Boy a high five and say, Unicorn Club, welcome.
Oh.
Confused,
Why
very
God.
confused. He gives you his paw, but he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
because he knows how to shake. That's all.
Okay, Good Boy. What are your fastest and safest ground-based mounts that you can give us? And two, side question. We gave Chili Bones history, whatever his name is. That like crazy eye. Was that a bad idea?
We don't
Was that a
have-
good
This
idea?
doesn't matter. We need to get out of
We
here.
don't have time.
No, quick. You could just say yes or no.
I didn't want to give him the eye. We don't have time. We just need the unicorns.
Hey, Good Boy, give me your best just bed of rats, and I'll just lay down on them.
I got to be honest with you, they are not particularly
Fast.
quick. Yes.
I'm embracing the slow death at this point.
No, I used a lot of healing whisper on you. You're staying alive.
I could give you quite. I mean, there's all different sorts of ones. I can call forth
A bear?
bears. Yes. I can call forth jaguar. Well, panthers, really.
Yes.
Panthers. I want Panthers. Actually, wait, I don't get along with.
No, that's
we'll
weird.
Panthers, yeah. No, I want Panthers because Panthers are my friends.
You want to ride your friends?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
High five.
Look. Heck. Yeah.
Okay. So have we all decided upon what sort of animals you would like?
I'll take a horse.
I'll just take. Yeah.
Bear.
Yes, I mean I can call forth boars and wolves and all different sorts of things. So
I'll take a wolf.
Yeah, I'll take a wolf. A wolf is fine.
I would recommend all the same animal though. Hate to say this, but they all communicate and they can all work together a bit better if they're within the
Fine,
same.
we'll do wolves.
Are we
Can you
doing
do that,
bears
but
or
also just
wolves?
bring
Which are
them here so I can
faster?
just look at them?
Wolves
Oh,
are quite quick and light on their feet. Bears, at least,
Wolves.
if things were
And
to
they'll
attack,
protect us.
they could protect you. Yes.
Yes, bear.
I
Wait,
guess
which
we'll do-
ones can protect us?
I'm
Bears
cool
or
with-
wolves?
Yeah, let's do,
Bears.
actually, I'm cool with bear because bears
Bear.
are. Yeah, because we need the help. We
could
all-
probably. Can we do two on each?
No,
Yeah,
we gotta
like
do.
a
It's gotta
bear.
be all one.
Okay, sounds like bears it is. One
Bears.
second.
And then just
And you
like,
can hear this like kind of. Oh, sorry. What?
like a panther, so I can pet one.
yeah, sure. He'll
Look.
call forth a
Hey.
panther just so you can pet one and hang out with it, but not for a mount and not to run for it. So you can hear him do the equivalent of a whistle, which is kind of like a dog, like kind of one of those calls into the night. You can see very quickly and hear some sort of shuffling in the brush nearby, and within maybe 30 seconds, a minute or so, you see these gorgeous brown bears all come out from the forest, kind of growl and sneer for a moment, and you can see Good Boy talk in some sort of language you can't understand unless you speak speak with animals in some sort of way. But you can see that the bears kind of like nod and huff and sniff very curiously, but they seem quite cordial after a moment. And he looks to all of you and he goes, "It's all yours now. There's also a panther." And from behind one of the bears, like a little panther comes out and just kind of looks like, why am I here with a bunch of bears? Like he doesn't want to be here with a bunch of bears, and kind of comes
wait.
forward and he looks awkwardly at you all.
Wait, can
Cool.
I look at the panther and speak to it in cat language and just say like, "It's a living."
The panther can't relate.
And before you all go under your bear mounts and try to get away from this creature that is following you, this construct that is following you, we are gonna take a break.
Woo! Woo!
are back, everybody. Hello, we hope you had a nice break. We're going to pick up where we left off with that panther kind of like being scratched by Jarfield, like kind of defeated. But you all mount your nearby bears as Goodbye very cautiously looks out. You can see he's on edge. You can kind of faintly still hear that stomping sound. It sounds very, very distant. It sounds more like, a far passing car or something, but you guys know what that sound is. It is kind of cutting the quiet and serene environment of the forest. And you know that 5 minutes that you had gotten, it's ticking down. It's closer to 4, it's closer to 3, and it's getting close to 2 minutes. And you know with another minute or 2 to go, that thing's going to be coming after you. So you all quickly get on these bears. Good Boy kind of gives you firm nods as you guys all mount and begin to traverse as quickly as possible with these bears through the forest, hoping to get to town on the other edge of this trail by the end of the day. So.
Okay, wait. Before we go, P, you dropped this.
How'd you get that? Thank
look,
you.
the less questions about it, the better. Let's go.
Yeah, it's definitely covered in like very fresh blood and pee as you're carrying your dagger. You're all holding on to these bears as you're wrapped around them and just going for it as they're climbing and jumping from location to location. So everybody, as you bear ride, can I have you all make animal handling checks, please?
I got a 16 plus 2.
Nice, 18 on Ikto.
9.
9 on P, okay.
I got a 3 plus 2, so 5.
5 on Jarfield, okay.
11.
11, okay, thank you, Eucalyptus.
Yeah. And 8 plus a 6, so 14.
14, okay. So very quickly, you guys are making your way through the forest. Ikto and Chante with a little bit more grace than others on their bears. The rest of you guys are getting kind of, like what's happening with me? Like a little bit more jostled. You're kind of like at Blazing Saddles and WeHo. Like you're trying, to stay on like it's not Blazing Saddles, but the one that has the rodeo.
Oh, like I'm sitting backwards on my bear. I'm facing away.
Yeah. So you guys are not mounted. Don't forget, this is bareback too. Like you guys are just
bareback on bears.
Yeah.
Bareback. And so unfortunately there's a lot it's not as graceful as you would expect, and there's a lot of branches hitting your face along the way.
Ow.
A lot of, like you're getting things tangled and gnarled in your fur, Jarfield, matted in your fur. You actually do hop past some like very small creeks and streams, and so the bears can easily go through it, but it gets kind of mucky and wet, and you guys do get like some very rough rocks kind of kick up at your legs. So unfortunately, Eucalyptus, Jarfield, and P, you guys all take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you're just getting like things are getting clawed at you, and your fur is getting torn, and you guys are getting hit. Ikto and Chante, you have like bears with way more like you're like way more grace. It's like way more like one with the bear in this space. Truly, like you're kind of becoming friends with these creatures. Like you kind of like them. They seem to kind of like you, and they're listening as you're guiding them. You guys, the other 3 bears have minds of their own, and they just don't even realize you're on them.
Can I tell their bears to I can speak? I don't speak. Well, I can speak to animals, but I'm not going to do that. But I do have a natural ability to. Animals can understand me. So when I tell them to like chill out a little, they're newbies and they're not great.
Okay, yeah. Just please roll. I'm gonna have that be an animal handling check as well.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah. I'm kind of fun thing, but I can definitely communicate with them.
Oh, are you knocked out again? Pete?
Yeah, I only had 5 points of life.
Can I do that before she gets started? Leave her.
I'll say you do that before she gets knocked down. Let's see what happens. Okay.
So I got a 15 plus 6 animal.
Okay, so 21 to tell them to chill the F out before everyone gets hit. So let me see if a couple of you guys make your, get a little bit better. You know what? I'll make it so you get advantage. So roll that again to see if you take the damage. Roll that animal handling check once more. So me, Jarfield, and a Eucalyptus.
So I got a 17 plus 1 on that, so 18.
So you don't end up taking that 5 points of damage. So you're able to dodge it and kind of miss some of the issues as your bear calms down a bit and listens to their bear friend, according to Chante's demands. Eucalyptus, you kind of gave me a cringe face. I'm assuming you rolled kind of low. So unfortunately, you do take those 5 points of damage. And P, what's she roll?
19 minus 1, so 18.
Okay,
Thank
so
God.
by some act of good boy in the forest, you feel like these bears are finally listening. There's a couple times you're like dodging, but thankfully because you're halfling too, you're able to kind of avoid some of this. But Eucalyptus, you got this armor. Like you're like you're very graceful and you hold yourself. You have a lot of presence, and unfortunately that means a lot of presence in your face, a lot of branches, a lot of rocks, a lot of muck. And you guys are
Don't
able.
ride a bear in full armor. You'll be bruised. My butt's bruised. My chest is bruised.
Think of how the bear feels.
I don't have time right now to think about the bear.
But they're energized, they're deliberate, and they're protective. They're very strong. So thankfully, like as you're going through this forest, you're not feeling like there are other creatures being stirred or curious enough, maybe trying to attack or approach you guys in any ways. You're making enough noise, you're causing enough stir that things are staying away from you. Also, good boy's protection probably lasts a good amount of time, and in communications with nearby forest animals probably has a nice stretch, so you guys feel like you're okay. And you make your way through the forest hoping to hit the edge of this trail and cut through most of this forest by the end of the day, hopefully by sunset, so you can get into town, find a home, find a warm fire. And at the speed that you're currently going at, you have a feeling you're going to get at least maybe a few hours head start on whatever this creature is that's following you. Even so, I just want everyone to roll a quick perception check as you're looking around, also gleaning, trying to get information and wrap your head around the rest of the day.
Oh man, the dice loves me today. I got a 19 plus 2.
Nice. 21.
Got a 12 plus 5, 17.
Nice.
10.
10, okay.
16 plus 3, 19.
Nice, Eucalyptus.
11 plus 6.
Wow. Okay, good rolls, everybody, except for poor Pete. But Pete's not really perceiving much. She's just on the edge of life and death, and she's just trying to make sure she can stay on this bear without any
My
trouble.
face is in the bear. I'm just holding down, like face down, just wrapped on the bear.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
what I'm
tell
doing.
if like the wet, like after you guys cross a couple creeks and streams, you can't tell if like the wet fur like around the bear is from the bear in the stream or like the tears of P. But like P is just holding on to this bear for dear life as you guys are going forward. So as this is happening, you guys are all trying to kind of wrap your mind around the forest, the terrain, the creatures, and how the rest of the day is going to look, especially with the time that you're making the canopy of trees above you, and like how much distance are we gaining versus how fast are we going? Like there's a lot of the kind of mathematics happening, and you have a feeling you definitely, if you're going to keep the speed that you're going at and the speed that the creature was following you, especially knowing that Good Boy's going to try his best to restrain potentially or hold back that entity, you might have 4 hours, if that, maybe a little less, because you guys are currently making like a solid 8-hour trek. Like it's going to be taking from like noon to maybe like evening. Thankfully the sun's been setting very late, and you just know that like you're probably making half time, like you're gaining half ground on it.
I have a question. Just from recalling, about how tall was the golem thing that attacked us?
Yeah, so
because you said it was big, like
it's very big.
yeah.
It's like a building
Seemed to
size.
be about, well, it wasn't building size, it was just very tall and big, cast along shadow. So it was about 15 feet tall.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, so not massive, but like big enough.
And there was like we could tell a weight to it because it was leaving imprints.
Yeah.
Right? Got
Yeah,
it.
very strong, very resilient, very much so. It seemed like made out of stone and metal and
a crystal, you said. And,
yeah. It seemed to be a multi-alloyed being, whatever it was. So you guys are just kind of like gleaning all this. You're riding through. You know that you probably have 4 hours to make it through. Now, usually when you rest up, you need a solid 8 hours. So even if you stayed somewhere in town, it's going to gain on you with those 4 hours. So you got to keep thinking a little bit ahead. A short rest only takes an hour. So if you need a short rest and just want to recover a little bit before like a true sleep, yes, but it seems like sleep is secondary to maybe getting out and continuing to move. So you guys are able to all kind of perceive this as you're going through the forest. Another thing is as you're moving through the forest, you can tell that it's quite dense from the deeper out you look, and the area that you first went into is very beautiful, kind of peppered variation of trees, very colorful, purples, blue, even like blues in some of the leaves, browns and greens and oranges. It was just very colorful, very plentiful, very large variation. As you get closer and closer to wherever you're trying to go, you can smell a change and a density. There's more mist. There's this more salty scent in the air. There is there's a crispness to it, and you're catching more and more green, just more and more green. The trees becoming much more equated and familiar with things based maybe oceanside. You can see some of the trees kind of growing this moss that go all the way up, creating more like green trunks than wooden trunks. You can see that a lot of these trees too are so covered in moss that they're kind of like felled and pushed as if there's like very large gusts of wind, very strong blows that make all these trees kind of bend backwards during periods of time. But you can see that there's also probably eras in the past of when the trees would remain straight. So there's kind of this cool like billowy look, sometimes blown over and then straight trees for a bit, and then billowed over and straight trees for a bit. So you know that you're nearing the ocean, not just from the scent and the smell, from eventually, as about 7 hours push on, very distant sound of crashing waves that you were once able to hear in deep echoes from the hills and the perfect sort of gust of wind that probably came through at that moment. The now waves and the sound of crashing shores much more distinct. And you can even hear seagulls if you really are listening. You guys had quite good perception checks. So finally, after 8 hours and like sun having already cussed somewhere, it is dark. I know that a few of you guys have dark vision, but the bears unfortunately do not, to my understanding. Oh, they do have dark vision. Let me double check. Actually, I was looking at the wrong creatures. I do not believe they have dark vision, but they might. They don't. So they can't really see once it gets too dark, and it's about to get too dark. If somebody has some light that they can cast or shed, it would probably help a couple of you guys.
Yeah, I can. Let's see. I have. Does everybody have like at least torches or something like that? Because I can cast a spell to light them.
Yeah,
I've got.
Yeah, I have a torch. I can also see, but I haven't
Okay, everybody with a torch. I'm going to use prestidigitation. I think is what it's how you say this.
Yeah, prestidigitation.
Yeah, and I'm going to instantly light everyone's torches.
Okay,
Baby, you can light my fire.
so everyone pulls out their torch. Ikto, you very quickly cast prestidigitation in the vicinity, and everyone's torches light up. It's quite cool. And you guys hold on to your torches as you guys continue forward. Try not to hurt the bear in any sort of way, and also hold on to these bears. So I need everybody, once more, to roll an animal handling check.
I don't have a torch. I have a candle.
She can have my torch. I have a torch. I toss it to her.
I can also use it to just like kind of create a light. So I'll also I guess do that as well and just have like a
All right, yeah. So you can
little
see that
shower.
he doesn't have it. So you cast prestidigitation again, and you do have to. It only lasts so long, so you have to kind of like keep the light going while you lit up the torches. Which you don't have to think about anymore because now the torches are just lit up. But you're trying to keep peel it up. But I want everybody who does have a torch in their hand to keep it nice and consistent light for the bears. Please roll an animal handling check again.
I got a 14 plus 2, so 16.
Okay. Great.
Excuse me.
It's fine.
Aw.
Listen, we're hiding these bears, and it's kicking up the meal that you ate from in the morning with, you guys got served that beautiful
Those
meal.
bread bowls. It's just
Yeah.
carbo loaded. We
Oh,
are.
it was so good. I love those bread
That was
balls.
last night.
Alfredo was a
so
bad
long
breakfast choice.
No. What did everybody else roll?
11 plus 1.
Okay, 12. Yep. And...
I have dark vision.
Oh, dark vision, but the bear does not. As a quick note, so the
okay.
bear.
So
cannot.
then, I'll just use my animal handling. Oh, 4 plus 6.
Okay, well that's not bad. That's 10. So you're able to not hurt the bear, not startle it, and kind of keep the torch in your hand and not lose it as you're moving at the pace as quickly as you can. Not needing to like toss things to one another because it would be very difficult to do that right now with the pacing. You'd have to stop and maybe spend a few minutes. Any lost time right now is just not to your benefit. So you guys push forward without any trouble, able to use the light that you're keeping, knowing that you're just probably about to hit the edge of this terrain. As you do so, finally, you see a break, and what you can see is in the distance, the trail kind of opens up. The trees have all kind of gotten more and more sparse on the bottom. Again, that moss covering it more so, and the bended trees moving back, almost as if all these trees have been competing for light. I'm taking real inspiration from PNW right now, and my time up in Oregon and
Yeah.
so it's beautiful. So it's all kind of these trees just like get taller and taller and taller, and you can finally see through the trees and through this trail it opening up to some sort of ocean, and you can see the ocean in the distance. You see that it kind of peters down, so you're from your vantage point, you know that the trail goes down from the view, but you don't know where it goes down to, but you can see on the horizon this gorgeous ocean, and no sun, but the remnants of a recently set sun, sort of that like twilight illumination. It's very beautiful. It's faintly red, a little bit of pink. It's very serene, very wispy clouds in the distance. And you probably have no more in terms of the sunlight or even the night sky, maybe 15 minutes left of light before it truly gets too dark. But thankfully, even on the cusp of that vision, you can see from the edge of that horizon, there's some sort of glow happening beneath it. And you have a hope and a feeling that that might be the town that you're looking for. So as you guys take stock, you all continue to push through, finally hitting this clearing. As you get to the edge of the forest, finally leaving it behind in that salty, misty air kind of filling your lungs. It's crisp, it's cold, it's a little chilly, but you're holding on to this bear and it's giving you some physical warmth. You have a feeling that the sea here is very... it can get very cold and blustery, so if you want to get another layer of something, a cloak or some sort of jacket, accoutrement, it might not be a bad thing to grab in town because it's about to get very wet from what you can tell with the local flora and fauna and from just knowing that you're going to hit up a boat.
Well, that's my specialty.
Oh, God.
Okay. We cannot waste any time talking to people. Fuck the town. Let's go steal a boat. I know that we might have some qualms with it, but we do not have time to try and buy one from someone.
We got a couple hours. Let's see if we can get Julian's brother to give us a boat. Also, we need.
I don't care about Julian's brother.
We don't need anybody else after us. We can't just steal boats. We have to do this the right way. And
Look.
he owes us. We saved his brother's life. I gave his brother life last night too. So he owes us double, and it'll be great. And also, I want to meet him.
If we waste any time, I just feel like we do not have time. Like
Do you know how to navigate a boat? Do you know how to navigate a boat?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Chante!
No.
I am of the sea.
Chante! He's of the sea.
Let's just swim. Jump in the ocean and swim.
I can't.
While they're having this conversation, I am just walking into town.
Yeah. So you guys are finally on the edge of the forest. The bears are not going to continue with you once you hit the edge of this area.
Buddies.
So they all
stop
there.
Nuzzle.
Yeah, they let you guys down. They don't seem to want to go into the actual town, keep away from other individuals nearby. But they thank you. You can tell that they're kind of attached to you, a couple of you guys, except for P. P's is just like ready for you to get off and stop crying on it, but you guys keep that secret together as they all walk into the forest.
We need to get to the ocean as fast as possible.
Let's
compromise.
This thing is after us.
Tell him we don't have time and give him, and we need a boat right now.
Yeah.
We already know someone's going to have a quest for us. Someone's going to be like, oh, you want a boat? Well, here's the thing. There's some skeletons that are coming at night. I don't care about this town. I do not care about these people.
But he owes us. He owes us.
Okay. Well,
This is oath. These are oaths. They are sacred oaths. If you save somebody's brother, they owe you a boat.
Okay, how about
Okay.
give us
We're
the boat
gonna be like, hey,
right
we need a boat.
away.
He's gonna say,
punch him and steal the boat.
I swear, if he says, here's the thing, you need to buy it, or we have trouble, I'm killing Julian's brother. I want
Do it.
everyone to know right now, I will immediately
Yeah.
murder this man because I don't
Okay.
want to die.
While this conversation's happening, I just walk into town and I'm just
Yes.
like, are there any
So-
armories?
so,
Are there any
yeah.
ship places? Are there any
So let me
shops
just-
that are open?
Yes, right away. You guys are like walking and talking because it's true. Time is of the essence, and you can see you need a 5-minute walk into town at least to get to where it is. So as you were viewing the town over that sort of horizon, it does dip, and you do kind of have to go down the zigzag path. It's a little precarious, not too bad. It's well traveled. Just kind of on a cliffside of this ocean, and you can tell that you have to go down a solid maybe 120 feet in order to get an access to the start of where this town is. It's built on the side of this cliff. It's kind of this beautiful sea town that has a lot of very wood-based. It's all wood-based from the trees that you had recently seen from the forest, kind of built against the cliffside, very ramshackly. If a sea shanty song were to be a town, this was it. Nothing seems to be cobbled together with any sort of true intent. They're sound structures, but there clearly has been a lot of different rounds of rebuilds within the town. There's a lot of just planks of wood everywhere, a lot of trash, natural sea trash that seems to be blown in, maybe from large waves that have crashed over. But it does seem to be almost lively, I would say, as you guys are entering town. There's a lot of lanterns lit up on the outside of homes that are kind of to the side of this town. There's people in the street, and there's people packing up their wares and going home. There's children chasing one another. There's a lot of small pets and animals and dogs that are following along with people. It seems like people keep a lot of pets in this town. There's music coming from somewhere. You can't quite tell, but it sounds jovial and fun and uplifting. You can tell that this town probably has no more than maybe a few hundred people in it, but it's quite sizable. Even as you're walking through it, it seems to have a little bit more of a city vibe. And you do see, when you were first walking in, a little sign that said, "Welcome to Impact." And that's what you see.
If we stay here for any amount of time, that thing's going to come here, and it's going to be the same thing that happened to Jovial, where everybody's running around.
We need to let them know.
I want to scan the area for a shipyard.
Yeah, sure. So as Ikto is kind of talking with Eucalyptus in the back, Jarfield and Chante, you guys are pushing forward. I'll have you both, because I know that Jarfield's also looking. So Jarfield and Chante could have you both roll a perception check.
I'm looking for a shipyard, but I'm also looking for just a store and a place that sells newspapers.
Okay, sounds good.
Perception check, 14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay, so I'm going to keep your check on the newspaper since it's very specific. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
And Chante?
8 plus 6.
Okay. So as you guys are looking around very quickly, you can hear Chante say, "You guys look," and you look below, and somewhere kind of within some more zigzaggy paths and some other townsfolk moving past with wheelbarrows and packing their wares again with different mules, you can see that against one of the cliffside, a gigantic shipyard that opens up. It seems like this town predominantly is based on the dock and the shipyard. You can see somewhere maybe between 80 to 100 ships. There's a lot of them, all different sizes, all different shapes, from small little boats to big, humongous, gigantic ones. There's ones with sails, without sails. There's ones designed in all different ways. This is clearly a seaport town as you're beginning to walk through it. It looks like a little bit of a walk, and you're going to have to keep navigating and zigzagging through, but in a few more minutes, you're able to get there. And you can tell that the docks are very lively right now. There's a lot of family members, couples, people making trades. It's like the busiest that you have seen. And a lot of the people that are coming back and packing their wares are the ones going home and lighting up the lanterns outside their homes right now as they're heading in. So yeah, you guys make your way down Jarfield. As you're passing through the streets trying to get to where Chante was pointing, you do stumble and come across a very small newsstand selling some sort of sea-based flowers and newspapers.
Okay, so I'm going to say, evening, friend. May I have a newspaper?
Yeah, you got like money or something, bruh?
Yeah. How much is the newspaper?
Yeah, you got like a copper, bruh?
Wait, what did you say?
You got like a copper, bruh?
Okay.
I swipe the paper and keep walking forward.
Yes.
Roll a sleight of hand check. Roll a sleight of hand
Actually,
check.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do that too. I've got a good sleight of
Actually-
hand. I'm also going to just try to swipe a paper.
I see that Jarfield's about to swipe the paper. So
Yeah.
I stop.
Wait, what did you roll? What did you roll?
I can spell and then no, it's better at.
Oh, he's better at it.
so-
You rolled a 12.
Zero.
I rolled a.
You can't
I rolled a
change
9
mid
plus.
action. When your character chooses something, it happens. But what did you roll, Chante?
12.
A 12. So you see him do it, but you're able to kind of like dodge out of the way for a moment. And what did you roll, Jarfield?
So I roll a 9 plus 5, so a 14.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, this dude seems a little out of it. It's kind of like looking up, and Chante, you kind of
Yeah.
like doing a weird action. He's like, "What?" And then that gives you the perfect opportunity, Jarfield, to just snatch a little paper and put it behind your back.
Jarfield, aren't you bothered by newspapers? This is gonna put you out of work. You're a bard. Your whole point is to carry the news.
Let's
Yeah.
have this conversation not in earshot of the newspaper guy.
Fine, bruh. You think?
Yeah, anyway, it was good. Anyway,
Oh wait,
it was
wait.
good to
I
meet you,
have a
bro.
question.
Like, hey, got anything?
What, bruh?
You seem kind of out of it. You got any? Are you holding?
Wait, no time to be high.
This is
We have
No
to go.
time.
No
No
time.
time.
I-
Where's
I
the
have-
highlighter?
This
Does
is
there
anyone
someone-
remember Julian's brother's name? Was it Daniel?
I don't know. Hey,
Well, did he? Maybe he
is-
didn't
is-
tell us.
There is
someone selling
like
a boat nearby?
very quickly, you had heard a couple like nicknames, like there was Uncle, there was this and that. We'll settle on for the sake of story. Marcus was the name that you overheard.
Okay. Can I ask somebody? Not this guy. Can I? I'm gonna go up to a couple.
Okay,
That-
yeah. So you guys like quickly, like as Chante and Jarfield are engaged with this guy, Eucalyptus, you look over and you find a nice little couple having strolled probably from the promenade and coming up.
Hi. Sorry to bother you, but I was wondering. I'm new to this town, and I'm looking for a friend of mine named Marcus. He builds ships, or he
Marcus.
sells ships.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the ship sailor. Yes, he's a good friend of ours. Yes, he's a great guy in town. You just walk further down the pass and look for a shop. It's the largest one in the center of town. It's Marcus' Shipware. So
Okay.
go see it.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Wait, can I?
let me do the talking. You guys have the worst social
Oh, he's
skills.
right.
No, I
Wait,
have
can I-
charisma. Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh,
he's right.
Wait, can
No,
I walk up
you-
to these? Can I walk up to these people too?
Yeah, sure. And if P and Ikto want to do anything too, you guys can quickly let me know what's happening as well, since I know that some other people are engaged. So I'd love to
I'm
know what P
walking-
and Ikto are doing really
I'm
quick.
walking. I'm going to try and get to Marcus's store before anyone else.
Okay,
Hey,
that's a good agenda. Okay.
Can I run too? Can I be neck and neck with him?
Yeah, sounds good. Like the moment that
I'm
you
gonna
hear this,
trip her.
Ikto and Eucalyptus are doing like a trip contest moving forward. And P, what are you doing?
Can I just scan for the least attended boat? Can I just look at the boats and see which one has no people at it?
Okay, sounds good. So P, you're keeping your eyes peeled for that. I want you to roll a quick perception check as you're looking around.
17.
17, okay. You can see on the edge of the dock one or two boats who don't seem as illuminated as all the others and don't seem to have as much activity. Now, you don't know if that's like a unsavory part of town, perhaps. People are keeping their distance for a reason, but you do notice that.
Hey, yo, P, are you looking for something to steal? Because I can create a distraction. I can call up some sharks. You know, I can speak to some simple water beasts, and I can create a distraction. Also, side note, if Marcus or whatever doesn't give us a boat, I'm gonna attack sharks on you. So just so you know, Eucalyptus, if this causes any more problems with this dude, he's gonna get eaten by sharks. I'm done.
He's going to be eaten
Um,
by sharks.
He's gonna
I
get-
mean,
He'll
They're
do it.
gone.
He'll do it. He'll do it. Believe me.
Okay, so
And then
If I-
Jarfield,
can I-
you mentioned something you wanted to do as well.
yeah, I wanted to like walk up to this couple that Eucalyptus was talking to and just
Yeah.
say like, "Hey, thanks so much for helping out my friend. Are there any places in town that sell like armor, ship supplies, compasses, like warm jackets if I was going on a trip?"
Oh yeah,
Just like a-
Marcus's shipwares. Somebody just asked us about this. It's so weird.
Oh.
A lot of people just don't realize. Are you new to town too?
Yes, I'm. No, I've lived here my whole life. I'm your
There's
brother.
there's very few people who actually live here. We're very
I'm gonna say I'm your brother, and I want to roll a deception check to see if
Oh
that works.
no, DM does not allow. DM cannot.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna say. Anyway, so that was a joke. I'm a bard. Bye, and then I'm gonna run after them to Marcus's shipyard.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you run away. They just seem to shrug quizzically at one another. As you guys make your way and run down to the front of where you're trying to find Marcus's place. So Jarfield, you're a little bit behind. Chante and Eucalyptus, you're playing trip test. And then I'll say that. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Can I use animal agility to catch up, or feline agility?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. So you can try to leap a little bit ahead and catch up because that's kind of where Chante and P are walking down too, because they are trying to investigate more of the ships. Ikto and
Please,
Eucalyptus.
everyone, for the love of God, I am the most charismatic person on our team. I promise. I
Let him do it.
absolutely am. I have a better chance. I have a +7 in deception, intimidation, and persuasion.
What's a
Please.
+7?
What's a
in this
+7?
world?
It's-
What is
it's
this?
just-
Yeah, what's a +7?
You guys wouldn't
Uh,
even get it because you're not charismatic.
Actually,
I have a
Actually,
+6.
I-
Thank you very much.
I disagree. I think I have a higher persuasion. I think that I'm more persuasive than you, Ikto, and I want to
So
I
roll
just
it.
saw
this
you
is
try
Spider.
and
This
tell
is a
some
Spider-Man
random-
meme.
You just
Where
tried to
everyone-
tell
I wanna roll
us
up-
that you were her brother.
I'm gonna
What?
call out some sharks just to stand by. Yo, sharks! Sharks of the ocean. I'm clapping
Yeah,
like birds.
there is a moment that like Chante, you're trying to call. You're too far away from the ocean currently right now, but you're getting them on standby, and you know that there's a few circling not too far away. It's kind of the Spider-Man meme where it's like you can see Jarfield doing it, and you can see Ikto doing like that, and you can see Eucalyptus doing it, and it's all three of you guys like pointing at one another, whoever has the most amount of persuasion.
I'm going to end up murdering Marcus, and it's going to be on your hands. I want you to know this.
This is
I-
very
Can we
extreme. We're not even there.
I,
Keep going. I stop pointing. I just keep going.
every time I try and smooth talk, someone else starts trying to lie, and then we all get
We don't
boned
need
because
to
of it.
lie because we already have the biggest thing. We say, and I know something about his brother that only he would know.
What?
So-
That his naked body has something? Because I promise his brother probably doesn't know anything about his naked body. If that's where you're going.
Yeah, he
But
would
they're
know about it.
twins. They're
Mark, they were
twins. You
born
would
together.
know.
Yeah.
Twins don't share freckles.
Yeah, but he would know. You don't know. Whatever. Can we just get there?
You guys, as you're all walking, having this talk, Jarfield, P, and Chante kind of investigating different corners, you finally do hit the main docks. So it took a little bit of walking through town, a little bit of conversation, passing through quite a few little stores along the way and homes. But you do hit the side of this very busy dockyard, shipyard here. People talking, selling, buying. You can see quite a few people rigging up the boats. You see a couple people talking to one another, exchanging golds and goods, rolling crates into the boats nearby. Some of them, maybe even taking things off the boats. It seems to be a very busy center where there's constant activity, maybe all the way through the night. It does seem to be well patrolled too. You see a few guardsmen walking around, keeping the peace, making sure that everything is rolling smoothly. It's very probably easy, especially in this area, to steal things, or because there's so much activity and so much movement, that they're patrolling and they're keeping their eye out. They look like they're well coordinated. So you guys take stock of that too. But you see finally in the center of the shipyard this gorgeous like 2-story tall kind of pointed top with this beautiful little round circular ornate window that looks like some sort of like beautiful sea maiden meets some sort of like sea monster, and they're kind of connected together almost like in a yin and yang, and this beautiful little circle window up top. You can see a flag of some sort of color billowing from nearby, and a few other flags, maybe to show peace and kind of acceptance of different areas that are allowed to trade and not trade. And you can see people from the outside kind of allowing in certain cargo and taking out certain cargo. You see a lot of people walking in and out with different items and objects, carrying different equipment. It seems to be quite large and probably has enough to hold maybe within this store or this ship, this sort of like ship entity, this ware shop itself, probably 2 or 3, maybe even 4 businesses.
All right.
Um,
Well, let's go in. and
Everyone
find
stay
Marcus.
out. Everyone stay out here. I'll go in. I will talk to him. I'll come out. I'll get a boat. I promise.
I'm going in
Um,
with you. I'm
Please,
not.
I'm
just
gonna
let
do.
just let me be the
I'm-
only
You.
person to talk.
I want to do a quick perception check just to see if I can figure out what each of these businesses is.
So you're trying to understand what the business is. And don't forget in D&D to stay in the game. I know I say this sometimes. You don't want to talk about the checks as if, like, I would like to roll this or I'd like to roll that. Let me, as your storyteller, you tell me what you want to do, and I can tell you
Right.
if you need to roll or not. Because sometimes the game will move forward quickly if you just tell me, and you don't even need to roll a check on it. Even though I know we all like rolling dice.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to see if I can find out where all the businesses are, or which
Sounds
business
good.
is what of the four.
And I know that Eucalyptus and Ikto are talking outside of it. P or Chante, you guys want to do anything? I know P has an agenda.
I want to
Yeah,
look
I
for
march-
the
I-
most well-stocked boat.
Okay, so you're looking for the most well-stocked boat, and P?
I just march in and stand there, and I don't say anything.
You march into the shop quietly and you stand in there.
Yeah, I say
All right.
nothing. I just stand there.
All right, sounds good. So I'll have you roll a perception check too, since you're also just standing and taking it in. So both, let's have it be both Jarfield and P.
You mean Chante?
Oh, and Chante, you're looking for a boat. So yes, you may roll it as well.
10.
Nat 20
Nice.
plus 6.
Nice. Nice. 5 plus 5, so 10.
Yeah, so you guys walk in and it is busy. Think of I don't know if you guys have ever been to I'm forgetting, but like almost like a Disney shop where it's kind of like there's a lot of people but like on a busy day, and so it's like kind of commercial but like busy, and it has almost everything you need and don't need all in one place. And there's people walking around, there's space to buy things, there's all these different sort of pop-up cash registers that don't really make sense in different locations, so you don't really know like which shop is which shop, but you can see that there seems to be apparel. There is a section that has a bit more like food stock, and you can kind of smell right away the scent of like a lot of dried goods that likely is to carry on like long trips, stuff that will like save for maybe even weeks, from what you can tell. There's a lot of guards people here. You can tell there's a lot of patrolling, and there seems to be, even from when you're first walking in, like a comfort here. Like, why would you walk in and have it be so open and on plain air with such a big entrance without some sort of protection? So instinctively, you have a feeling this is well monitored somehow, or well protected. And as you're walking in, that's what you guys can glean. Chante, with a nat 20, you're able to you just scan the docks real quick from the outside, and you can tell from directly outside of Marcus's shipyard, which you currently are in, you can actually see a very beautiful sign when you first walk in. It's kind of illuminated, written, and carved into some sort of tree trunk, Marcus's shipyard, so you know where you are. You look behind and you can see that probably the biggest and the nicest ships are the ones that are allowed to park right outside, like dock right there and get those prime El Primo spots right outside of Marcus's shipyard to enjoy the festivities. You can also catch, Chante, that there is like jovial music coming from somewhere, and you look up and you can finally tell the sound of that really loud, fun kind of tambourines being hit. There's sort of dancing, maybe even like the sound of loud drinking and gambling happening from the top part of Marcus's shipyard. So it's like a 2-story entity, and you can tell that all that noise is coming from the second story. You turn around and you look back, and you can see that the largest ship and the one that seems to have the most amount of goods is this gigantic ship that probably has somewhere around 45 to 50 crew members currently running things in and out. It's got to be a solid like 25, 30 feet high even from the dock. And it seems to have at least 2 stories built beneath the actual deck. So it's a beautiful boat, and there's a lot of people going in and out of it. You can see maybe it won't take sail. It doesn't look like it intends to take sail until morning.
Okay, can I see if I can spot Marcus, because I know what he looks like.
Sure, I want you to go inside and just roll a quick investigation check as you're looking around.
Oh no!
Let's
Oh my
just
god!
roll an 8.
Yeah.
Did you roll no nat 1 though?
Hmm?
It wasn't a nat 1 though, was
No,
it?
it was an 8.
Okay, good. You give me a face sometimes that's like, is it a nat 1? Is it a nat 1? I get excited. Okay. You know me. So you walk in. Yeah, you're looking for Marcus, but it's very busy. And somebody who owns a place this busy, he probably isn't on the ground right now. He isn't probably not running the floor. So you guys all walk in, and you're all there now. Chante, after I have taken stock, I'll say that you're all back together, about 10 feet inside of this very busy, very bustling, gigantic shop.
I am going to cast Thaumaturgy to make all the lights brighten and then go out. And then I'm going to make my voice really loud. And I'm going to say, Marcus, come to the front of the store now.
Okay. The moment you try to cast Thaumaturgy, you tend to do so. And, like, it comes out of your mouth, but the spell, like, stops. You can't cast spells here.
That's it. We're stealing a boat. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, can I ask one of the guards?
We will.
While
Or
they're doing that,
one of the tellers.
I'm gonna walk up to the teller who runs the clothing section.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll say that you and Eucalyptus both do this because you're both looking for a teller currently. And what do you guys do? What do you guys say to him? He's just kind of sitting there. He looks to you very smiley, very Disney-like.
Hello. Okay. Do you sell studded armor? 2, do you sell like waterproof jackets that I would wear if I was sailing?
We do not sell studded armor. We're not an armory. Unfortunately, that's a little bit further back, and they're closed for the night. But if you're looking for things, if you're looking for things more for, equipping yourself for a long travel against the sea, Marcus's Shipware is the place to be. So, if you want something equivalent of like a waterproof sort of coat or something like that, we have these wonderful, wonderful capes. They just came in. We've been working on this new design. I'd love to take you over. It's just to my right.
Okay, without looking at them, I will buy 5 of them. How much are they?
There's so many
You will buy
designs.
4. I don't need one.
Okay, I'll buy 4 waterproof capes.
Okay, so just whatever's on you just don't even want to try them on. We do a full comforting experience. We can bring you to the dressing room and feed you different teas of the sea. We can make it a real experience for you, buddy.
No, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Just I'll take 4 capes and then.
We will give you. We even have free massages. Are you
I'm
sure
so
you don't
close
want
to
the free
murdering
massage?
someone.
Okay, I would really. Okay.
He's gonna get the thing. I need to talk to you. I was sent here by Julian, okay? And that's Marcus's brother. I have very important things.
Oh wait, you were sent here by yes. There was a young kid who came to town and delivered news. I think somebody had sent him from Jovial quickly on foot to mention you guys were coming. So Marcus is expecting you.
We're the people that he's expecting. Listen to
Oh,
that.
and he told us to give you the golden treatment. He told us to
No.
give you
No.
free massages.
No.
to give
No.
you
We don't
whatever
need
you-
that. We just need Marcus right now.
I'm
Marcus,
so.
and 4 capes.
Oh,
Four
yes,
capes.
of course, the capes. Yeah, you guys actually have a tab that you can run. You can't go 2 over, but he's allowing for you guys to buy some equipment for free. So whatever you need, you tell me, and I'll put it in a cart for you as you go to find Marcus.
We just need
Okay, I'll take.
to go and some drops.
Where's Marcus?
That's it.
Okay, I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll take 4 capes.
This kid.
4 capes, a couple days worth of fruit, a food, a
Sure.
compass, and anything else you think that we might need on a long sea trip.
Yes, of course.
And then also, like, does anybody want any swords? We could probably get some swords, maybe.
Oh,
Just like I don't
It's
know.
not an
We gotta get like a.
It's
Stop
not
asking
an
for
armory,
weapons.
But you do say, like, I want stuff to prepare me for the sea. I want things that are going to keep us waterproof. Like you're like, I want willies. You're like, give me stuff that like
Yeah,
makes
all
it
things.
so I
Water
can-
wings if you got them.
Yeah. So
Do you have any earrings?
A spear.
Flagon of rum.
Yeah, we
Some
have
new
earrings. We have sort of like we
Stop
have
to treat
spears,
myself.
like very simple spears, harpoons really. And so he just starts to go through and he starts to like take stuff and get to this like
Yeah.
really
Also
ridiculous.
potions are too.
Oh,
Potions are good too.
We can get you a couple potions. Okay, sure.
I need a silver mirror for a
I
spell, guys.
a silver mirror. You're really wrecking. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll run.
Flagon,
Okay.
flagon of rum.
The
please.
rum. Okay. Yeah. This is my
Thank
second
you.
day.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, can I get a bit of fleece?
Yeah, some fleece.
Yeah, give me a bit of fleece.
Okay, I'll
And
give
a
you the
flea. And then I also a
Flea?
sheep. And then if you can get me. Yeah. Oh, are you having a hard time, buddy? Are you having a hard time? Yeah. Is this tough? Yeah.
Right,
Where
go
is
up.
Marcus? Where
Okay.
is Marcus?
He could probably get a whole bunch of people to help us, and then you won't be alone if you would just get him.
okay, yeah. Sorry. So like he had led you through kind of like as you guys were making demands, like in a cartoon style. He got this cart and he was running through each of the sections with you guys, winding through to the edge where you do see this kind of staircase that goes up to the second floor. And now you guys can all hear what Chante was hearing before, because above you with the wooden sort of ceiling that's quite high, it's nice. You can see even the chandeliers hanging that have been lit, stomping. And you can kind of hear music. And as you get closer and closer to the far end of this very gigantic shop, almost like department store for wares, you can see this cross kind of staircase, one that leads up and the other that leads up, that seems to go to the second floor. And he's leading you in that direction. He brings you up. He talks to one of his friends nearby and tells him to oversee the shopping cart that he had filled with equipment for you guys, and said just to tabulate it and have it at the entrance because you guys need to be on your way very quickly. And he said it'll all be prepared and packaged for you guys and put together at the front by the time you leave. And so he brings you up one of the staircases and he begins to look around and search for Marcus. So
everybody, please. The less people who talk, it's going to be the better, because if this thing follows us, the less people who know we were here, the better. Okay?
Okay, but he already knows. What do you think you're gonna do?
I think that I'm going to say a lot less about who we are than if all of us are talking.
That little boy already. Okay, do what you want.
This thing, I got a good look at that thing while it was standing over me.
I'm sure you did.
I've never been this afraid. And it was perfectly made to counter us. It has gotten information on us. The less people who know about us, the better. So let's all
okay, okay, Mr. Paranoia. Can we talk to Mark?
I shall. I have the ability to teleport, and I can shoot lasers out of my eyes.
What?
Just
what?
In case they're collecting information on us.
Yes, I'm 20 feet tall and part bear. Rawr.
So scary.
I'm a tabaxi named Jarfield. I'm a bard. I go.
No. Shh, Fred. Shh.
I don't think we could trick it.
And at that, as you guys all stand there and try to figure out ways to decoy out this thing, you suddenly see this kid like kind of hit like some sort of person. He goes, "I'm so sorry, I'm looking for Marcus." And then right away, this guy like crosses his arms and looks down at the kid. He goes, "I'm Marcus." And then the kid looks up and he goes, "Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't see you there. These people are looking for you. These creatures, and because some of them aren't people. Okay, sirs, and ma'ams, and everybody's. I'm gonna go." And he just kind of turns around and runs down the staircase, like trying to get out of harm's way.
Bag our stuff up.
You see, like one thumb up as he's running down. Have a great shipwares day. As he just runs away, giving you the tagline as he goes.
Give that kid a raise.
Yeah, the Marcus kind of looks at the kid and runs away, and he kind of looks at all of you and he goes, "Is everything okay? Can I help you? This is my shop. It's my space."
Hi, Marcus. We don't have a lot of time. There is something after us. Everybody in this town is in danger. We need a ship. We need it fast.
We are the people your nephew told you about.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I heard about you guys. I didn't get the danger part. Is that new?
Yes. Please.
Yeah, it's very new. Very new.
The less we talk, the better.
Okay, all right, yeah, I got you.
Danger seems to follow me everywhere, Marcus. I don't know.
If I could tell you about danger, I've seen it
please
all
don't.
too.
Like
Please
I
don't.
attract it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he is a good-looking guy. He looks like his brother. He's very similar, but the difference is that there's a lot of sun-kissed, sort of wind-swept, and sea-like kiss to him, I'll say. So there's a lot more saltiness, salt and pepper in his hair is a little stronger. And
the beard is a little red. Is that from the sun?
Yeah.
No, stop.
Seeing stories of the sun. Anyway, it seems like you guys are busy, so follow me and I'll tell you more about it.
We need the smallest boat that will fit us all.
Before we get to that, I just want you to know, I've never seen the ocean, so this is very exciting for me. I'm gonna need a lot of hand holding, I feel. I don't know.
Mine are a little bit rough and they're very
Eucalyptus,
strong.
if you can, the moment we leave this building, I am going to kill this man if you do not stop.
Excuse me, sir?
I said the
Wait.
moment we leave this building, I'm going to murder you if she doesn't stop. We have to go. We
Look,
have to go.
Look,
Don't listen to
Marky, our friend Ikto, he's a real kidder. He's just joking. I'm a tabaxi bar. You get it?
Not joking.
You guys seem a little frazzled, and whatever it is, if it's quick, I don't mind. I'm here to help you guys. So just follow me. Maybe take a few deep breaths in and out. I found it really does great things for the mind and soul.
Done.
So follow
it.
me to my office, please. And he brings you guys over to some sort of small area away from all the noise and the people dancing and singing, because it is quite loud and there's a lot of people kind of stomping around and you can't really hear one another as you're trying to handle and navigate all this. He brings you inside of the office, very quickly sits behind his desk, whips out a few pieces of paper and pen and starts to search through stuff. And as he does so, he kind of looks up at you guys and he says, all right, so you said tonight? You need to leave, or is it
No
tomorrow?
paper
Okay,
trail.
right now,
We cannot have a paper trail.
Marcus, are you like in the mood for an adventure?
Oh my
'Cause
gosh,
I feel
everybody
like you'd be
out.
a really good.
Everybody.
No, I just feel like he's great with ships, and maybe he could get us
No.
faster.
Yeah,
I have
actually, I agree with that.
You know, let me fix this. Do you have a closet? And do you have 5 minutes? And then we're out of here.
Yes, I mean, there's a closet right nearby. I'm confused by why you're asking me
That's
about
your
the closet.
option, Eucalyptus. That's all. That's the option you get, or we leave.
This is sincere. It has nothing to. Look, I really just think he would be a really great addition to our.
Can I pull a PSI?
No.
Wait, while this is happening, I'm playing romantic music.
Can
Okay,
I pull
that's good.
PSI?
Yes, you pull P aside, Chante in the back as this conversation's happening.
Listen, P, there's a giant boat out there with like 50 people. It's fully stocked. It's clearly like a big economic thing for this town or whatever. We can't steal it. It's going to take like 40 people to control it. But let's just sink it. I get a bunch of sharks to come up. While everyone's panicking, still the best thing we can.
Can I
I think
overhear
we're
them?
about to get a boat right now.
I don't think
And
so.
we
I
have a
think
bunch
we're
of
gonna fuck
stuff.
around until we die.
And don't forget
If
that you
he says
guys
no,
can't
I'll-
hear because Chante and P are having a conversation in the corner. Just a quick note.
Here's what happens. If he says, "Oh, I'm not going to give you a boat," I'm 100% on plan with the shark plan. I will aid with the shark plan, but only if he does, because it's just going to be easier to not have people eaten by sharks.
I mean, whatever.
And on that, we cut back to the conversation between Ikto with Jarfield playing the music in the behind and Eucalyptus talking to him. As you guys
I'm
are having
definitely
a conversation.
I'm winking at Eucalyptus while I'm playing this music.
Yes, and there's a winking happening. So he ends up pulling some things out that you guys talk about after giving some more details. He says that there's 3 ships that you guys have a choice between, and they're all 3 different situations. One is a keel boat that you guys could all use and handle on your own. It would technically be like borrowed to you guys. Boats around here, they're like thousands and thousands of gold. Like it's a very expensive, very pricey thing to construct and create, but he said like you could borrow it and keep it as long as you need. If it comes back a little rough for wear, he would repair it without trouble. But that is a fairly large boat. Just to give you guys a little bit of technicality, you need 3 crew and it can hold up to 4 passengers. So there would need to be 3 of you guys constantly manning it. He tries to describe that like at a minimum, some of these ships need at least somebody like, you know, taking over like first mate, maybe quartermaster and pilot. Just to kind of have some folks like giving instructions to one another, because like hitting the seas takes a lot of technical skill, and it's not like you're going to be able to just get on a boat and ride it. He's trying to make sure you guys understand this. With that, he offers, instead of just the keel boat, he offers a manned keel boat, where he says he can bring 3 of his crew that would also help you and navigate you if you would be so interested. They're interesting characters. It's 2 women and 1 guy. They're like okay people, and he said he doesn't know them super well. They came into town more recently, but they are charting, and he would hire them out as a charter for you guys if you needed it for free. And they are leaving tonight. And they have fairly good, like they're stocked up, and you know, just interesting people. The last, because again he's playing all this paper, and there's so many people that come in and out, so he's searching through all of his files for like what the heck's like available tonight. And then he says, and he lands on that he happens to have one very special boat. This one is fairly large. It's a long ship. So long ships are much bigger than. So to give you a little bit of details here, and I'm pulling them up as they are. This is about 10 feet larger than the keel boat. So the keel boat's about 60 feet by 20 feet. The long ship's about 70 by 20 feet. Now the capacity for that is like 40 crew and 100 passengers. And it moves quite fast too. Is something that he mentions. The issue is that these really rely on a crew. This is like 40 crew, 100 passengers. And from what he's describing, Chante, it sounds like the boat that maybe you had, one of the boats that you had seen, maybe that main boat, like with the 100 passengers and like 40 crew. You're like, oh my God, this is it. And then he finishes, and the reason he's kind of laughing and chuckling to himself, he's like, that one's great, and I could send you guys off on it tonight potentially, but it's a lot to handle. And as somebody who's been on the sea a lot, I miss it. I haven't gone out. I haven't left this place. I've been handling it for so long that it'd be nice to hit the seas again, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Marcus, can you give us a moment and let us talk amongst ourselves?
Well, with those three, I just want to make sure you guys understand those are the three options on the table currently. Okay.
Yeah.
A quick question: the manned keel boat, is that also only 4 passengers, or can 5 passengers fit on that?
Yeah, that one's got expansion for 1 extra passenger, so the 3 crew would be handling it, and it could handle all 5 of you guys. You'd be fine.
Okay, so here is my thought. If this thing gets to us in the water, my ability to be able to push it 10 feet off can come in handy, but we need a smaller boat. We need the least amount of people as possible because we cannot have people know who we are. Trust me, I have committed so many crimes. So many crimes. It's easier the less people are involved.
But more people is also more people to fight whatever.
Do you want them to die?
No, more people is more people to die.
They will die.
100 people cannot beat that thing.
But also, if we're going from place to place, we could potentially make money because we could have people become passengers on the boat from place to place, and we could charge money for that. And he would be the one.
Hypothetically, but I don't think that money should be our main focus right now.
Money-
I think that getting
And
away.
Marcus, but I think that there is value in Marcus captaining, because it sounds like he wants to captain the long ship.
Yeah.
And like I think that
Yeah,
he might
but
know
that's
more
a
about the
hun-
seas than
That's
we.
100. That's like 40 crew.
No,
That's 40 people we're putting in
that's 40
danger.
crew under him, and he knows what he's doing, and I don't.
Yes.
And I know that Shantae's a fish, but I don't trust his navigational skills.
No, let's do the one with the
You
3
are-
people. 3
okay,
people is a
normally
lot better
I
than
don't
40.
know those
Fine,
3
trying to
people
risk
though.
all their
They
lives.
We don't know
Yeah,
Marcus.
I'm
We
totally
don't know the
Marcus,
40
I
people.
trust Marcus.
As you guys are all talking over one another, there's a moment that Marcus just like calms you guys down and says, I think I overheard you guys talking about me manning the ship. I mean, I'd man the ship without any. You know what? You know the one without any crew? I'd leave here and go on a little adventure. If you guys end up going the one without any crew, I'd go.
All right, done.
Sure.
Done. We're done.
Sure.
We've
But I
seen-
have to
Good.
be the captain of the ship, you
100%.
guys, which means that I have to give you all orders because I don't think you have ever done this before, and you need to listen.
I
That's-
take orders very
that's
well.
fantastic.
I actually
Probably accurate. Case for myself really quick. I do not want to be this sounds really, really dumb, but I don't want to be doing any job on the ship in case I need to step away to Eldritch Blast something off the ship.
This man has so many.
I died
right
for a
now.
bit.
If
He
we
died so many times.
I
He died so
don't
many
want to
times.
die again.
Stop
I want
doing
to
that.
keep us all safe.
You keep on dying. Everyone's gonna
Okay.
die.
Marcus, if you would you captain the manned keel boat too, or just the empty keel boat?
I could probably talk out that charter ship and see if I could come over as captain. I mean, it's not really great, and it's not good decorum for somebody like me to oust another captain of a ship.
Well,
so.
then let's just do the other one.
Let's do the smallest one with the least amount of crew. Put as few people in danger as possible. You know, I don't think that any normal crewmates are going to be able to help us fight this thing. If anything, they're getting in the way. You know, I think let's go with the one with no charter crew. Let's have Marcus run it. Tell us what to do. I will, if anything comes on the boat, I will hit it off, and hopefully we'll survive.
Marcus, do you have
So
a
I can't
family?
be the
He
So
just has his niece and nephew.
Did
Well,
you just say
when
you
he
wanted
dies-
to be the captain, little one?
Okay,
I
don't
was
call
just
her
saying,
little
so I
one,
can't-
Marcus. Don't you dare
I'm a
call-
grown woman, and I was just clarifying that if we go on this ship, I can't be the captain.
Have you ever been the captain of a ship before?
Did anyone want
No.
Well, if Marcus dies, you're next in line. Not that you will, Marcus.
There we
We're
go.
gonna
We
be
can make
very,
We can make a concession.
fair.
very capable, and I believe
Fair.
in you.
Would you like to be the first mate? I need somebody under me. So
I mean, if
Yeah.
you're looking for somebody to go up to be under you, I
Eucalyptus, I think you're volunteering to be quartermaster right now, yeah?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll have to talk about this. It seems once we're on the boat, getting everything ready, we can maybe suss it out because you seemed like you need. I hate to say this, but you seem a little worse for wear. Some of you guys have, things in your hair. You look matted. You look like you've been through the forest. You look
Marcus,
like
I
you've been
look
through.
fine.
I usually look like this.
Marcus,
I hate to
I
comment, but
feel
you just look tired.
I feel like at any moment I could die. I've never been
You will.
so afraid for my life. My life force is gone. If I yell, I think that I'll collapse.
Why
we
don't you
need
just
to go?
Keep all the energy in and not talk anymore?
Because
Wait,
if I
That'll help.
do that, we're gonna die. We're gonna
Wait, so
die
are
because
we-
Let's
no one
go.
wants to
We're
steal.
going. We're going. Everybody's ready.
Okay.
No.
Wait,
Sounds
so are
like
we all
we all
team?
made the
Wait,
agreement.
so are we team borrowing the keel boat and Marcus is captain, or are we team longship and Marcus is captain? Where are we
Borrow.
sitting?
The small boat.
Yeah, the longship has too many people on it.
as
Small
many
boat.
people's
Forget,
lives
like-
we can save from being collateral?
All right, so
I
P,
wanted to
P,
make
where, P, where you at? P, where you at?
I mean, I'm in.
All right, cool, great. Let's borrow the keel boat. Marcus,
As he
you
does
captain.
that, you can kind of hear him smile, and he goes, "We're gonna have to go a little bit off the left backside here and turn. And just follow me."
Hey, Marcus,
so he-
is there any way we can do this without there being any record of it? We cannot have anyone be aware or have there be any paper trail where people could track us. We're trying to get away from something that's very dangerous.
To be honest with you, the reason why I want to come with you guys is because it sounds like fun, whatever you're up to. And I've just been running this business for so long. I'd like to see some adventure. So if you can promise me adventure, then I promise nobody will know. But I need to tell one person I'm leaving for some sort of reason. So if you can come up with a good excuse for the reason why I'm abandoning this humongous enterprise I've spent most of my life trying to get together, I mean, yes. Yeah, I'll keep it
Your
under
mother's
wraps.
dying.
Marcus.
Your mother's dying. Just tell them
What? Don't no. Marcus,
That's
just
too many
please.
questions. You're going to the woods to
Well, I'm taking my boat. This is my first boat that I ever took out on trips.
Marcus. Marcus,
Okay, so Marcus, we need to disguise you. We need to put you in a disguise.
We're taking out my first keel boat I ever went on trips with, Moon Maiden. I haven't used her in years, so you're all gonna be hopping aboard her.
just tell people you're looking for a wife at sea.
A wife I like that idea. That's a good one. People know that I'm lonely, and people know that I put too much of my head into work. This is perfect. They'll totally suspect that.
great.
Yes, that's great.
And
Okay.
don't mention us.
Also, just tell them you found a wife at sea and you're just.
Have I?
Oh,
Oh, that's
and it's
good.
me.
That's even better. Maybe I'll say I found some and been writing notes to them or something. Okay, good. So he takes a moment. He kind of writes down this letter. He folds it and he puts it on top of his desk. You can see it like sealed with his name. As he gets all you guys together and gives you a quick nod and gives you these capes that actually he had grabbed from the young guy on the way up, who he kind of summoned and brought forth. Again, all of this tete-a-tete, all of this talking has solidly take probably about 30 minutes. Thankfully, you guys are making good time, good haste, but you do know that 3.5 hours or so behind you is that creature. As you guys are pressing time and trying to make this all happen as quickly as possible, he asks you to keep the cloaks on. They're going to keep you warm and away from wetness, but also they allow you to pull your hoods up so that way you can kind of keep discreet and maybe not make as much clatter on your way down and kind of keep in the shadows. He decides to do the same, and after he finishes his note, seals it, gives a nod. He says, "Everyone should know tomorrow with this note, with my seal, that I'm going out back to sea. So let's do this. Let's go."
Going back to sea to find you a wife.
And he brings all of you guys down. It brings you out to the left. You guys all kind of dodge and try to avoid people. So everybody roll stealth with advantage as you're trying to make your way out of here. Be discreet. Ooh, good thing it was with advantage.
I got a 19.
Nice.
19 plus 5, 24.
Nice.
10.
Oh. 11.
Okay, not bad for you, Azie. Yeah.
19.
19. Okay, yeah. You guys are actually, yeah, it's like hoods up. Like you're keeping quiet. You're like going through the docks. Like you're slipping around different people. Nobody's noticing you guys. You're keeping not just in the shadows, but you're following Marcus's lead too, and he knows this area like the back of his hand, which makes it way easier to navigate. Yeah, it's like a Ocean's 11. Like you guys are kind of like flipping around stuff, and like Eucalyptus at times, like you hide behind Marcus, and he like dodges you back, and you have to get kind of close to him as you guys like tiptoe together. Like it's you're getting real close together. Everybody tell me one cool thing that they do as they're stealthing towards the boat. Just go around in a circle. I just want to hear cool things.
So I'm just doing it like cat burglar style, where I'm just like,
yeah, you're keeping, but it's so obvious that it's almost discreet. It's wonderful. Anyone else want to give me some flav?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I keep my armor kind of like up so it doesn't clank.
Yeah.
But that makes me smell worse, so then I bring it back down.
But like it's the perfect stealth. Like people will keep away. People will like you're finding a perfect pattern. It's incredible.
I'm docking between.
Oh, you go. You got it. The floor is yours.
I'm ducking between people's legs as I go through, just because it's a pretty tall town, so I just keep going underneath and underneath. And
yeah.
Sometimes I accidentally bump someone, but it's mostly good.
Yeah, like you're brushing against the inside of legs. You can hear like a whoa, or like a honey, or like a ow. So you're hearing all of these little chants, but you're going through like real quick. Like nobody here is short. Like you're right. Like you could just kind of make your way through it perfectly, like a little halfling stealth.
There's a
Chante,
moment
or
where
Ikto? Yeah.
There's a moment where I accidentally bump into someone, but before they turn and notice me, I cast Thaumaturgy to make them hear a whisper and get them to look somewhere else.
Yeah, that's sweet. Like they do hear, like you bump into them, and there's this like moment, and it's high intensity, and they turn, and you're gone. You just completely distracted them. You're using this. You put it in your back pocket anytime you need to avoid anybody on this dock. And Chante, what are you doing?
I lean over to Ikto very quietly and whisper in his ear. If anything happens, I can cloud this up. No one will be able to see. Peace out.
All right, got it.
Oh, that's
Fog
smart.
cloud. Okay, so yeah, so you got that. You're kind of keeping quiet, Chante. You know the water well. It's kind of calming to you, and you're able to kind of navigate almost like through like a zen, like just like dance with the sea. Finally, you guys get to the area, and this is where you notice one of those boats that seemed long unused. You're going in the exact direction of it, and you come upon this gorgeous small keel boat, which kind of has this glint and gleam. And now that the moon is up, you can actually see that the moonlight strikes it in a certain way where it kind of illuminates and gives this kind of purpley, opal sort of seashell-like gleam against the outside. And you can see all the phases of the moon against the rim of it carved in. It's gorgeous moon maiden. You can see that the front of the boat is this gorgeous woman that kind of comes to the head, it's carved out. She has this like crescent moon pressed into her forehead as she's going like from the ship. It's just a beautiful small keelboat, well designed. Seems to have been like used. There's like some, long withered. He quickly goes up to it. He turns around. He kind of puts his hand on the boat, and he nods to this one. He goes, "Well, looks like we're gonna be going out to sea. You guys ready?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I might need some hand holding.
Aww.
Well, let's just say the waters might be a little rocky, but I think you're gonna enjoy the ride. And he kind of hops. He gives you a little wink and nudge, and then we'll, like as the camera zooms in, and he like winks and then faces out, and we'll end our episode there.
Yay. This was a stressful one.
Oh, Ikto.
Next time I die, let me die.
No, brah.
That you loved Eucalyptus.
Existence is torture at this point.
We'll explore that on the boat when y'all are able to actually relax and get away from trouble.
Angry at each other.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the tension. May the fan art begin.
Mhm.
Hey, you
Yeah,
guys,
if you
thank
could
you so
like,
much.
if you could do fan art of me riding backwards on a bear, that'd be very fun.
You guys are so talented. So, like, some people are making food themed by us every episode.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, you see,
Oh, shout out to
creativity.
Antoine. Yeah.
Yes, Antoine.
Antoine making the food. Oh, it always
Yes.
is great.
And there's a lot of talk with us about trying to figure out a way to like get funding. We want to do fundraising. We want to do a lot of stuff this year, 2021. We just have so much fun playing and sharing this with you guys. So, yay! They survived. It's a close one. Good fun. I hope you all have a great night. You always snuggle.
Yay.
Bye.
Ahoy, mateys.
Bye. Peace
Bye.
out.